Winthrop University. The Carolinas never looked so good.
We like to believe that we can control the outcome of our lives, that if we train hard enough and persist long enough, success is inevitable. Life has other plans. Over the next 4 days, fate and talent will face off. And, at the end, only the best players in the world will remain.
Kyle Klein!
The Tiger Woods of disc golf showing his stripes once again.
United States disc golf champion, Paul McBeth!
There's Nico LaCastro lifting up this hefty trophy.
Yes!
The element of chance is present in every champion.
There's a couple things that I kind of wanted to cement this season for me. If I can get the second major at USDGC. I know people are talking, it could be one of the greatest seasons of all time.
Welcome back to beautiful Rock Hill, South Carolina and Winthrop University for the final major of the year, the United States Disc Golf Championships presented by Innova. The history, the prestige, USDGC is unmatched in our sport. Can Gannon Buhr put a capstone on his amazing season, or will the field and a hot McBeth challenge for the win? You'll find out live on the Disc Golf Network. Philo, let's watch some disc golf. And we are getting right into the action, a tee of 9 and Gannon Buhr. Stakes the island. Has that left for a birdie. And jumping ahead to 10 now for Buhr's tee shot. Eagle opportunities here if you get aggressive.
Gannon Buhr doing exactly that, aggressive out the tee, inside circle one, looking for the eagle. Tweet, tweet.
That helps, Philo.
Yes, it does.
And now let's jump ahead to his second shot on 11. Looks like the drive was safe, not overly aggressive.
They can roll back down the hill. Sticks up there, looks right around circle's edge for Buhr. Should be a green flag.
And let's take a look at our scores as my buddy Matt gives us eyes over there.
How
Drew
about
Gibson.
Drew Gibson atop the leaderboard? Got in Monday qualifying, knocked off Max Nichols. They came down to the wire. Drew Gibson gets the nod.
Took a
Early
4
lead.
down to make the qualifier this year, Philo.
Yeah, that's the level is rising.
It sure is. And Nate Doss in the field. You'll love this, Philo.
Yes, you will.
And he is putting for birdie on hole 10. And moving in the right direction with that make. Let's take a peek at the Doss scorecard here.
He's hanging in there. It's a rough day out there. That wind blowing out of the northeast. Difficult direction to challenge the course out here in.
That is definitely gusting out there. Maybe advantage early if you're in the clubhouse already, Philo.
Maybe so. I don't know if it's going to sustain in that 20-mile-an-hour gust range, but right now they're blowing 10, 15.
We'll hope that wind stays down, though. And welcome to the booth at Winthrop. That is Major Champion Philo Brathwaite over there, Ian Anderson. The story of the season has been the Gannon Buhr. We got another 4-round tournament,
Yeah.
Philo.
He's one of all. He's won them all this season. Gannon Buhr's had an exceptional disc golf season this year, taking down 6 wins on the Pro Tour. He's got a major over in Europe and now looking to get his second major of the season, or what could arguably be one of the best seasons of all time.
Yeah.
You know, he's had one heck of a season, getting things kicked off out there in Waco. He and Anthony Barella seem to have been going back and forth for a little while there. Then Gannon Buhr separated and took down the Tour Championship points-wise. #1 in world rankings, #1 across all the stat lines that are important, that everybody looks to capitalize and take down. And there it is, hoisting up the trophy over in Europe. He's had an exceptional year. All kinds of good stuff cooking for Gannon Buhr right now.
Ledgestone. That's a lot of. That car's got to be packed right now. with
Yeah, his
trophies.
shoulders are getting tired, hoisting up all those trophies.
4-0. He couldn't do the 5-0. He missed MVP. Well, but still, a great season.
Great season.
Yep. And, after his last win, Burr, he had some maybe some spicy words. Take a look at what Gannon had to say here.
Yeah, I'm focused on USDGC a lot. I know there's a couple things that I kind of want to just cement this season for me. I just want to get as many wins as I possibly can. Player of the Year is a big goal of mine. If I could get the second major at USDGC, I know people are talking it could be one of the greatest seasons of all time, and especially in the new era. And so if I can pick up a couple more wins, I'd be very satisfied. I'm satisfied right now, but I'm always hungry.
What do you think, Philo? You buying what he's selling there? Do you think if he gets the win, it's the best season ever?
Yeah, well, you look at this stat line right here, it's going to be hard to say yes. I think when you look at average finish, major wins, worst finish, that's a pretty impressive stat line there for Mr. Macbeth. And yeah, 6 Elite Series wins and opportunity to get 2 majors and all that cash. I mean, it's just a new era.
Yeah.
I'd say modern era, recent years for sure, but of all time, probably not. Not yet.
It's a good season. It's probably the best
It's
since
close.
Macbeth in 15. I think you could say that pretty easily.
For sure. I mean, then you look back to Climo in 95 and his 1.1 average finish, and like, what do you got? You got those are some things to look at, and it's going to be debatable for sure.
Yeah.
He's got to get the job done here this weekend first for it to really even be considered, I'd say.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. People talk about Burr posterizing the field all year, but Macbeth did the same exact thing.
Oh, absolutely. And Climo had done the same thing for years prior to that. So, I mean, it's not like it's been unseen. And there's been other players. Felberg had some years of dominance. Nate Doss had his run for a while there where he was dominant, So this is a nice extended opportunity here for Burr to really start stretching that, that
his career,
his career. I mean, just that name, that energy about him, that aura about him. Yeah, he's in prime position.
He has already almost chased down Gibson, a little over halfway through the course.
Wow.
And he didn't start that great either.
It wasn't the best start for Gannon,
had a
but
couple
he did
bogeys
fight
there?
back nicely. Got that eagle at the 10th.
Oh yeah, just the one bogey on 6. But,
Not a terrible start, was
no,
it?
not bad actually.
He's doing what he does.
There's Robert Burridge there. Finnish national champion in there. I'm blaming that one on production. Tellikainen is your Finnish champion. Wysocki there lurking, 2 through 7. That's not a bad pace, Philo, for
No.
a man of his caliber. There's a McBeast.
He did have a slow start, was 0 for 5. Starting to pick up some pace here. Sexton bouncing back. Saw a bunch of other names out there. James Conrad was trying to get the wheels rolling.
Another qualifier, my Central Coast man, Andrew Miranda right there.
There you go.
Yep.
Central Coast in the house. Lots of names to keep an eye on this weekend. You never know. Things can swing in a hurry out here at the Winthrop Arena.
And the course is a little different now, Philo. You see the trees there. Oh, this is Paul's last chance, Philo, to extend the streak. Make it.
Wow, how about that for Paul Macbeth? It's
14
been a
years.
rocky year when it comes to the win columns for Mr. Macbeth, and this is his last chance here at the USDGC to keep it rolling.
He was close at MVP, and
He
then Brock
was.
put the hammer
He's
down
been
with
close
that
a
putt.
bunch of times this season. It just seems like he's had a hard time getting over that hump.
Yeah. Jumping over to the 12, Burr. Any shot OB here, heads to the drop zone.
That should be a green flag. Oh, there's a spotter taking a peek. Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
Not be too far to go.
And you're again talking about 12 is a spot where you make a decision on that second shot, Philo. It has huge stroke implications as well.
It certainly does. You got to really know that shot and have it under control, really feel like the winds are favorable to really get aggressive. Very, very, very tricky green at the 12th.
I'm getting word somebody got a 16 on 12 today.
Yeah, you can tin cup that one quite easily if you get loose.
Wow. And we are headed over to 1 for your second feature card.
Ladies and gentlemen, the play continues at the 2024 United States Disc Golf Championships from Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Your chase card begins from Roanoke Park, California, James Proctor.
Heard some tree down there. I'm not sure if it was the one now on the ground or the one standing upright. Either way, Proctor has got a long look.
He does.
You may recognize a different voice sending off the players here at the first. Andy Green stepped away.
After how many years?
Wow, all of them.
All of them? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Calvin Heimberg's first drive of the event. Looks like that's right around circle's edge.
And from Kuopio, Finland, Nicholas Antala.
And you love his game here, Philo. You love his game on any course, but especially a course like this, how thoughtful as he is about.
Really helps to be a technician out here at Winthrop. Nicholas Antala has definitely shown he can be that. A friendly kiss there.
Well done.
And they are off. Down there on the ground is our man Nate Perkins. He's with Jonathan Poole. All yours, Perk. Oh, excuse me. He's walking with James Proctor. We had a late swap there.
Well, James, it's straightforward, but the wind's ripping right to left. You got these double mandos. I mean, it's kind of nervy, right? What's the last thing you're thinking about before you throw that disc?
I'm thinking about acing it. I mean, why not? I'm throwing a putter at it. I can't be too perfect. So give it an ace run and then hopefully give myself a putt.
I mean, you've done it before.
Yeah.
Done it before. What are you left with right here? What kind of putt do you have?
I have maybe 50 feet right to left. Kind of a scary wind for a righty, so I'd probably just lay this up.
I mean, it was calm all week long. I mean, how much more difficult is this course going to play with the wind that we have today?
It's going to be more difficult, I think, especially mentally. You know, a lot of tough decisions, and you're going to get some good wind, some breaks, and some bad breaks. So you got to it's going to be a marathon, so you got to just be ready mentally.
Thanks, James. Good luck.
Thank you to our MVP Open champion, James Proctor.
Well, he's no stranger to big putts.
No, he isn't.
Made one before he got to that final putt to take it down, knocked it down from the drop zone earlier in the tournament, and did it again to win the tournament. Proctor wisely lays up here at the first. Don't want to stress yourself out any more than you need.
Mm-hmm. Back to 12 for Burr, and his second was just barely in bounds. He said maybe too far back to go for it.
Doesn't look like it.
We'll hope that has enough for Burr.
Green flag.
Nice. Back to 1. Heimberg looking at 2.
Ooh. That's one of the more discombobulated putts from Calvin Heimberg we've seen in a long time. Pizza just slipped right out the box that time.
Antala also putting for 2.
Well, that headwind didn't allow the disc to drop. Catch and ban there for Nicholas Antala on his opening birdie try.
Let's see if Mon can grab a stroke on the card.
This is a more favorable wind, I would suppose, from the heading wind, a little bit of a tailwind look here for Mr. Mon.
Good point, fellow.
Nice swing and pop into the heart of the chains.
Not the
Opening
first
birdie.
Mon we've watched at USDGC, Philo.
It is not. His brother Jake has been out here and has done well in the past.
I think he was 16 when we had him on camera.
I believe so.
And I think his brother Ryan's now 17.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of the Robinsons a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. They're a little younger, but still both
younger.
incredible brothers. Proctor gets the par in. And McMahon, birdie on 16. McMahon within 3 of the lead at the championships. We'll be back in just a few.
The Winthrop Arena is ready. Huge shout out to the USDGC and Throw Pink Grounds crew for getting us here. Over 150 of the world's best disc golf athletes have earned a chance to compete for the United States Disc Golf Championship and the Throw Pink Women's Disc Golf Championship. Get ready for Championship Week here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Enjoy the show.
Another birdie would seal the win here.
Yeah!
For $35,000. Congratulations, Ricky Wysocki, your Pro Tour champion 2022.
My relationship with Zuca, it's just like a family. Sometimes they just surprise send me things I'm not even know. When I arrive home, boom, the box.
Such a great product, and Zuca's always there for me whenever I need anything.
After every tournament, I get a call. No matter the results, they're always there supporting me.
They have so many different things that can be a solution for a disc golfer.
That was really one of the main reasons why we partnered, is because I wanted the best of the best.
How do they know I want that? I'm like, duh, that's how the family thinking about you.
The United States Disc Golf Championship is presented by Innova, the choice of champions.
And the Disc Golf Pro Tour season may be nearing its conclusion, but Disc Golf never sleeps. Get ready for exclusive content on DGN like live Disc Golf Pro Tour Cure Series, finale in November. That's fun. New episodes of fan favorites Jomez Pro Putting Game. Earhart, my man, is on that one. And a new season of Finding the Lines featuring Paul McBeth and Dylan Cease, star pitcher of the Padres. That's super cool. Subscribe now to keep up with all the action. Love that. And we're taking a break, but Disc Golf's coming back real quick. It's February. It's a short break, Philo.
Certainly is. How about them Dodgers?
They looked good last night.
Fighting off those Padres and Dylan Cease.
Mm-hmm.
One game to go.
Babcock on 18. A nice approach to Circle's Edge. We'll see what he does with that putt. He has that 4 birdie. Back to Burr. Got it just inside the OB line. Philo hits right on Circle's Edge there and converts. 5 down the last 4 goes Burr.
There he goes.
There goes that man. Wow. Back to 2, Heimberg. Ooh, my goodness.
Same reactions you saw from Proctor in that picture-in-picture. Get a big push forward. Should be green.
Let's see.
No, out of bounds for Calvin Heimberg.
Man,
What a stab.
Kicked off enough. Defending champion Kyle Klein arriving in tee of 1. There's Vaino Makela. Right. Makela's been playing really well with that Innova plastic Philo. Mon. Looks like it was fine. 17, McMahon coming off the birdie on 16.
Extra safe, Eagle McMahon landing out there in the middle of circle 2. See if he can convert, keep an eye on that.
Antala back on 2. It is a birdie look, mid-circle 2.
OB not far beyond the target, gotta be careful here. That should have dried up safe there for Antala.
He's so good at dialing up and down the pace.
He's one of the best on tour for sure at pace control with the putter in his hand, absolutely.
Proctor. Big time putt from Proctor, saves par.
Got it, man. That's so clutch for Proctor early on. You don't want to take bogeys on these opening holes.
Back to 18 for Babcock and his birdie putt. It's a little longer than it looks, I promise.
Yeah, circle's edge, down the hill, all that water in the backdrop. Yeah. So easy for the eyes to get distracted and lose focus on where you want the hand to go. You could see he was trying to jam it down there in the bottom section of the chains. Just not enough elevation out the hand.
Back to 2. Heimberg.
That's more of a Calvin Heimberg putt.
Pizza delivered there for Vin. Nicely done.
Nice little salvage there.
Mon will also clean up par. Assuming that was in. Yeah, it looks like it was. One more par coming. This one from Antala. They are on their way to 3, where we've got a new tee pad. Let's jump back to 17. Birdie putt, McMahon.
Bit of a headwind look here for Eagle McMahon. Goes to the turnover putt. Not enough air under the disc. Going to dry up short. Be walking away with a par.
And there is your defending champion. He will start that defense on the other side of this break. See you there.
With a legacy dating back to 2001, Sun King Discs has been instrumental in advancing disc golf across Florida, the U.S., and beyond. Partnering with and hosting over 500 events, including the famous Throw Down the Mountain, we are dedicated to bringing joy to players from all walks of life. Explore our extensive disc selection at sunkingdiscs.com and enjoy free shipping on orders of $50 or more. Sun King Discs. Believe in a better way.
Your membership dollars have a huge impact on the growth of the game of disc golf. The PDGA uses membership dollars to provide and aid disc golf as it spreads across the globe. From tools like the PDGA app and Tournament Manager, services like the TD Helpline, and grant programs that support the growth of disc golf globally. Your active membership also brings you access to select member benefits, including free and discounted access to the Disc Golf Network. So sign up today, and we'll see you out on the course.
If you want to know what a disc is going to feel like before you get it, you have to check out OTB Disc. The first thing I'm looking for when I grab a new disc is the feel of the disc. It's got to be confidence instilled. Virtually in your hand tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
It's really, really helpful in not only finding a disc that looks beautiful, but is also exactly what you're looking for it to feel like. Of course, when you're dealing with OTB, you're going to get only the best.
TeamDiscraft.com, your ultimate destination for exclusive player-inspired releases, collaborations, and collections. Discover limited edition discs, apparel, and accessories you won't find anywhere else. TeamDiscraft.com brings you the gear you need for the ultimate fan shopping experience. Don't miss out on these one-of-a-kind items. Shop today and rep your favorite team.
The Grip EQ team is excited to announce our partnership with Throw Pink this October. Throw Pink is a national nonprofit that champions women's health through engaging disc golf tournaments and events. Their commitment to promoting physical activity and resilience for women of all ages truly resonates with us. We're proud to support their inspiring mission to elevate women's health and well-being. All October, a portion of AX5 and BX3 Pink bag purchases on the Grip EQ site will go directly to Throw Pink. Join us in making a difference.
And we are celebrating 10 years of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Pre-order your special 10th season trading cards at Disc Golf Pro Tour Pro Shop. These limited edition cards feature fan favorite players in both MPO and FPO divisions. Don't miss out. Love that stuff, Philo.
Pick you up a Kyle Klein card.
Yeah, right? That's only going up in value, you know?
I imagine so.
Yeah. Let's take a look back at Klein's win last year.
Look at that late hyzer flippy from Kyle Klein on the 7th. One of the more touchy drives out here on the 9th. Not a lot of room to work with. Get this thing closer. You're super happy about that. Short work. Eagleable hole 10. Kyle Klein swinging one out there wide.
Ooh, just beating that tree.
Mm-hmm.
And there's on 18's green and now on 1's tee.
This is an awesome little thing here.
Yeah, man. It sets you up for a good career with taking this one down, apparently.
It does. It seems so. James Conrad came back, won a Worlds after that. Chris Dickerson got him some more majors after that. Obviously, Paul McBeth had already had enough majors by then, and Gannon Burrs now picked up another one. Kyle Klein, let's see if he can continue the streak.
What do you think that is, Philo? Is it just a good test of a disc golfer out here? It tests all parts of your game? I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think that you know what you're walking into when you walk out here at the Winthrop Arena. There's no secrets. There's, everything's right out there in front of you. You know what you're walking into every year, and I think the prestige of that, and yeah, it's an ultimate test of skills. You've got to be able to deliver on all parts of the game.
Nice drive from Hamas there on 16. New tee pad for 3. Heimberg on it.
Card, you are officially inside your 2-minute warning. 2 minutes.
Think it makes it a little easier, Philo, this tee pad?
Absolutely. A lot closer. You're more on the level of the ground, so the wind's not going to affect you quite as much, thrown from another 12 or 15 feet up above. Yeah, I think it makes it a little easier to predict what's going to happen than the unpredictability of the wind shear from a little higher up, throwing down so far.
We are now Gannon Burr on 13, the old 888, which is now 818. He is laying up, Philo. Smart golf, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's a great option. Great choice there.
We saw that hole eat a lot of lunches last year. You get aggressive with that fur on the right. Oof. You pan out left, you're in the woods.
Yeah, there's nothing good over there. You make a mistake, it's wise to lay up and take your medicine, play for your par, make a mistake on the putting green instead of just throwing them away in the fairway. Most of these guys have full confidence anywhere around the circle, so you got to rely on those, those feels and that confidence you've earned. Beautiful day out here at the Winthrop Arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, the play continues from the 2024 United States Disc Golf Championships from Rock Hill, South Carolina. This is your lead card. First on the box from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Isaac Robinson.
Two-time major winner Isaac Robinson. Ready to rock and roll here at the United States Disc Golf Championship.
I think he's got 3, Philo.
3. My bad. Well, 2 times this year.
Yep.
That's what I was saying.
There you go.
That's what I said.
Okay, thank you. Gets the log. It's a 60-footer, isn't it?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yep.
Bushnelled it around 55, 60.
Dickerson. Another defending champion.
Stays in the air. This is going to be beautiful. Oh, dug in hard. Good line from Chris Dickerson. Had the majority of it right. Just a little shy on the distance. Bit of a yank there from Vino. Not sure if he made the mandatory. I think he did, and then hit the next set by the rock.
Man, it's short, but this is such a nervy tee shot, Philo.
Yeah, it's always been nervy, even without the mandatories and the rocks. It's not much of a shot. It's right there in front of you. The wind blowing. It's so hard to control speed.
That looked great out of his hand, but looked like the wind
just lifted it up.
Yeah.
Seen the shot from Dickerson get, gobbled up and sucked down towards the ground. That one from the defending champ.
Third shot for Burr. Ooh, there's gonna be a creative putt over there.
He's gonna have an opportunity. He's gonna have to earn it.
Back to Heimberg for his second on 3.
For a big skip.
Oh.
Another foot of width for that shot there for Heimberg. I think he would have curled up right around circle's edge.
And back to 16 for Hammes, putting for birdie.
Hammes climbing the leaderboard.
You like his game out here? Great sidearm.
Great sidearm. A little streaky with the putter at times, but so far looking good for Adam Hammes.
Tied with Burr and Gibson. Speaking of Burr, to maintain his share of the lead.
That lift a hair left out the hand for Gannon Burr. Will scrape up bogey.
Back to 1. Makala did make the Mando, thankfully, throwing 2. Touchy approach here, though.
That looked to be a smidgen short as well.
It did. It's the third shot for McMahon on 18.
Would rather be throwing 2 from the fairway. Ooh, tough break there for Eagle. That's a dangerous putt out there 55, 60 feet away. It's best to lay that one up and take your medicine.
Yeah. And Robinson giving that one a toss, but not to be.
He is so fast.
He is the
blink
quickest
and you might miss it,
player on tour by far. It sounds like Klein also laid up for par as his drive went a little awry. The approach for Klein went a little long, coming back for par.
That is not the way you want to start your defense of a title for Kyle Klein.
Ooh. Not even catching metal, Philo.
Yeah, he pushed that completely off to the right side and never got on line with the body.
Makala, can he save par? After that drive, this would be a really good 3.
Yep, just a couple of steps inside C1 here for Makela. A little bit of a heading wind blowing off of his right shoulder. See how he handles this. That's a nice up and in for Vino.
Confident putting stroke. Does the job. A sigh of relief as he walks over to 2's tee pad after that one.
Anytime you save a par out here, it's a sigh of relief. Each stroke, so important.
Dickerson to grab a stroke on the card.
Same thing we saw earlier from Nicolas Antala. That headwind putt, not allowing the disc to drop. Had the right action on it, just a little bit of turnover. Just didn't push the nose down enough to fight through the wind.
An early Band-Aid putt for your defending champion, for bogey, Klein. Just enough. Wow.
Yep, got to shake that off as quick as you can if you're Kyle Klein. You race that in the next couple of holes, earn yourself a good birdie, and start fresh.
Robinson, par. Andrew Presnell, speaking of major champions, on the tee of 14.
Hit the brakes. I imagine we're going to see. Ooh, that's got to be right in the line.
We were both surprised by that green flag.
Typically, those don't stop.
Heimberg. Oh. Gave it a bid. Back on 3 for birdie. And back to 18 and McMahon. As Philo predicted, lays that up. Take your medicine, take your bogey, and try again tomorrow. Burr, 14.
Not a bad option here to go to the sidearm. I think you're going to need a little extra height with how the wind's blowing over from the back off of his left shoulder. Should be a bit of a tailwind. There you go. Got it nice high up into the window. Let's see if this thing drops. He doesn't seem to like it much, Ian.
It really faded so quickly.
I had a feeling that wind was just going to
Oh, on the fade, it turned into a tailwind, and it just died out of the air.
That's typically what happens.
Wow.
Tailwind drops.
Yeah, sure.
I knew he needed the height. He just didn't give it enough speed, apparently.
Robinson back on 2.
That's a nice, safe drive.
It is.
Drives up just shy of circle 2. I don't feel like this is one you got to get. You know, hole 2, there's a lot of danger up there on the green. That OB on the right side, so dangerous. The roller play just seems to not really be thrown anymore. Maybe Dickerson's going to prove me wrong.
It is playing 0.1 over par on the day, so more bogeys than birdies.
It's a tough
point.
one.
Yeah.
I really like that overstable backhand, righty backhand drive. That
I think that's what he's doing.
Let's see if he does it. There you go. Get something working to the right. No, it's going to unravel. Stay away from the OB. Late tree there for Dickerson.
Okay.
Forward kick, though. Circle 2 look.
Not a bad result onto a
Not
dangerous
a bad result.
green.
No, absolutely. You want to play this place, you know, conservatively aggressive. You know, you want to have good ideas and play them aggressively, but also leave yourself a little room for a mistake.
Makela. So he's going on the outside line, Philo? Yeah.
The window's a bit lower out there on the right side. Vino challenging it, coming up short. You know, coming up a little high, rather, but long up and down for Vino.
Yeah. This hill just so uphill off the box. It doesn't look like it from the video, but it's a shrinking window you're throwing into. Klein.
Looking for this to fade out. Fighting through. I don't think that's going to do it, Ian.
That's OB.
Spotters waving red. Long look for Kyle Klein. Could be a bogey start here real quick for Kyle Klein.
Sure enough. Hammes, tee of 17. Your leader, Adam Hammes.
Well, that happened fast.
It sure did.
Early and high out the hand for Hammes, hoping this finds. Whoa. Not a chance, Ian.
Not even.
That speaks to the headwind here at 17.
Sure does. That
Heading crossing wind.
Might straight boomerang.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to go backwards. And he's going to have to reload right away.
Try to limit this to a single bogey. Throwing 3 now.
All right, that one sneaks through the tree. Be a green flag.
Looks like a double, though.
Long ways away.
Yeah, he's not running that. Presnell on 14, coming up the hill for birdie. Big putt from Prezi. Presnell doing his major thing, Philo. He's here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a putt.
That was a monster.
Confident.
And Burr, after the hazard drive, cleans up the bogey. Moving the wrong way. I believe they might have flip-flopped there. Yeah. Back to 2. Mekala approaching for par. Looks like a job done there. AB starting to heat up, Philo.
There we go. It's been a while since we've heard from Anthony Barela.
And he's 5 down through 9. 1 bogey on the card.
There you go.
Klein, his 3rd after the OB drive, lays up for bogey. It will be a bogey start for Klein. Taking his medicine there. Too far to push the issue. Over to Robinson, edge of circle 2 and fairway for birdie. A little half go action, maybe.
I think he was expecting a little tailwind drop and it just hung out there.
Maybe a little left to right windy.
Mm-hmm.
And now Dickerson for a stroke on the card, 2 on some.
Hopefully he was paying attention to what just happened with Robinson's putt just a moment ago, expecting something to fall out of the sky, and it didn't happen for him. Dickerson can get this working in his favor early on. This could spell trouble for the field, and no.
What?
Ian, did you see that?
I stopped looking once it was in. No way. Brutal result for a great putt from Chris Dickerson.
I don't know if you could do it much better.
I mean, if you're going to find fault, it's high, but that should drop.
He handled it well.
Yeah, he always does. Man is a class act. Mekala to clean up par. Ooh, 2 left putts that have stuck for Mekala. Wow.
Wasn't the prettiest out the hand. Cut just enough chains. Into the bottom of the basket it goes.
We'll call it effective. Robinson coming back for par. Making short work of that short putt. Klein a bogey. 2 over through 2 now. We'll need to get extra hot the rest of the way through.
Yeah, he's going to need to wake up with a quickness.
And for a 2.5, Chris Dickerson. That was brutal.
Agreed.
This is a double bogey for Adam Hammes.
Man, how fast it can happen.
This course, it's, there's
year.
There's tin cup opportunities out there.
A lot of them.
Lurking. You got to be mindful. He's at the top, but that's actually going to be Drew Gibson, your leader now, as Hammes will slide back to 6.
There's a few guys out there that might have something to say about that. Anthony Barella, Paul McBeth starting to trend in the right direction. Gannon Buhr briefly stepping in the wrong direction. Nico LaCastro popping up with a 5-under in the clubhouse. Solid round, as well as Gavin Babcock, Emerson Keith out there on the course putting in some work.
You see Paul's last 3 holes?
I did see. Eagle birdie for McBeth, starting to come alive on the back nine. Yeah, there's some opportunities out here on the back nine to go either direction. I definitely feel those first 9 holes are the more challenging out here. The back nine does offer a bit more birdies, but also some really big numbers.
Yeah. We're flying this new hole 3 follow. Well, the new tee pad anyway.
Yeah, I like how they made this little adjustment here. Brought the tee pad over to the right. Got a little gap to shoot. I still think you want to land in roughly the same space. I think it's a little easier to get here now than it used to be in the past. I don't think many guys had enough arm speed to get all the way up here to the left to really open up the gap to play the sidearm in, or really any kind of play in. It's such a particular shot with this mandatory up here waiting for you. You got to keep that thing off to the left of this big tree here. Get around into the circle of cypress and give yourself a look. It's hard to do. It's more likely this year than in years past with this new change of the tee pad.
Such a unique hole.
I love it. It's always been a great hole, no matter how it was played. When we played it the old school, and it was kind of a big horseshoe, throw the shot, swing back through the Mando. Yeah, it's always been a classic one here at the Winthrop Arena.
Robinson up first.
You can see how hard it is to get to that landing zone. Isaac can throw to Country Mile, and that OB off to the left, that wind blowing off the left. It's a tall order.
Dickerson. Wind is having its way with this one.
That's moving the wrong direction and very fast for Dickerson. Into the woods he goes. Best he can do there is pitch up, and try to salvage 4. We'll see how he approaches it.
Makala.
Also flipped from Makala, heading right very quickly. Needs to hit something. All right, he stays on the fairway. It's going to be way off track. Get himself anywhere into that gap. He should be back on pace to make par.
Things are coming out a little late for Makala so far. See if we can find the line.
Yeah, it's easy to do. Extra adrenaline to start the tournament. Playing on a feature card. Got the defending champion out here having a rough go. You want to try to push the envelope, and Kyle Klein seems to have figured out something here. Nice swing and pop.
And a birdie here would be so huge, too.
That's actually not a terrible angle for Kyle Klein. I don't think it's that bad. All right, might be able to work with that.
There's Val and little Luca. Rocking the bob. You gotta have a bob.
Awesome to see their family growing.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations. Happy for them.
He's going to have some competition in the disc golf family.
No doubt. He had a baby Felberg out there, a baby Doss, a baby Brinsters. All of the legends from the past generation are going to have some monsters coming up soon.
Val's brother Avery.
Yeah.
That kid is
Aiden?
big.
Yeah.
No, Arian.
Arian.
Yeah.
I was close.
He is a large. He's Avery sized. He's going to be good. Makala and his second coming up. Birdie out of the equation, just playing for par now.
Got Cam Rico out here, right?
Yeah, he is. I saw that.
There's another
legacy disc golfer.
There you go.
Oh, it's a legacy disc golfer.
There you go. You see where I was going with that. You beat me to it.
That was a good one, man.
Good stuff.
Ooh. Threw a mail slot, Philo. you know?
Yeah, this could bite you if you miss. I don't think he's got much of an option. Maybe playing the hyzer line. That would be the smartest play. Maybe get something on the ground. Hope for a skip. There you go.
Okay, good.
Forward push.
Man, that was ground early.
Ouch.
I'll be amazed if he gets a par from there.
So would I.
Yep. That's
near impossible.
Yeah,
Likely
likely.
to throw something super special.
Jumping ahead to 16 in Pacific Northwest finest in Scott Withers. He's in the hazard. Can he save par? I bet he does.
55, 60 feet. Withers says no problem.
Awesome stuff. He was hanging. He was 5 down a little while ago, I believe. Wasn't he?
I saw his name up there in the mix briefly. Not sure where he is at the moment. Things happen quick out here at the championship. You look, and 5 minutes later, the guy's 15, 20 places away from where he was. And what happened?
Back to 3. Robinson going to the roller for his second.
Is this going to curl in time? Look at this, Ian.
My.
Look at this, Ian.
Goodness.
Hit the pole. Wow, what a shot from Robinson. Textbook roller.
Who needs a sidearm? What a shot.
That's going on the highlight reel.
Let's roll back this Zuka replay.
He dropped that in the perfect spot. And it just fizzles out beautifully right inside circle 1. What a tremendous shot.
Get some dad knucks.
I think Dad did double duties today. I saw him walking with Ezra, I think, earlier.
Really?
I think so. I could be mistaken.
Okay. Looks like he's in shape for it.
Guess so, man.
We are in the woods with Chris Dickerson. Perk, what is going on here on the fairway of 3? Can you fill us in?
Well, I just have to touch on Isaac's roller again. The thing about that roller is you can't lay it down early. Philo said it, he laid it down perfectly, and to get it to curl up like that, it's magic. And now they're going to check out where this mandatory line actually extends to so that they can, A, make sure he's safe, but then Chris is trying to get a bead on how he's going to play this without crossing that Mando line.
Ooh, wishing the best of luck. Thank you, Nate. Haven't seen one from over here, Philo.
Yeah, rarely seen territory to be seeing a second shot played out here on hole 3. Out there in the woods, the main thing is his stance is going to have to be towards the mandatory. I think that's what they're most concerned about. He's totally safe. Didn't go out of bounds, but there you go. You see him trying to figure out the angle and make sure he's got the angle right.
While he figures that out, Barella for the lead and an eagle on 10.
Well, would you look at that?
You said it happens quickly, Philo. You weren't kidding, man.
Hey, B.
Ooh, see that card? 2 pars, 1 bogey, the rest birdies and an eagle. Dickerson looks like he's ready for his second now. Overhand, maybe a forehand roller. Maybe it could be a thumber roller with being Chris Dickerson.
This guy's a magician. I heard it touch ground. Lost it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he can scramble this out for an exceptional par here at the 3rd.
AB coming off the eagle on 10 now on the tee of 11.
One of those holes that Anthony Barella can really utilize that length off the tee. Going for the layup play. That's not super aggressive. Just hanging out the wide hyzer, playing for the second bubble. That looks like a well-executed shot.
Yep.
There you go. Green flag for AB. Looking to keep that string going.
Presnell throwing 2 on 15. Looks like he... Actually, that's throwing 3, I bet you.
That's the drop zone.
Yeah,
yep.
That's the drop zone.
That looks like it was dragging away left there for Prez.
Maybe a long open-ish putt for him over there.
Yeah, there should be a lane.
Yeah. Hamas on 18.
One of the hardest shots on the course right there, coming up short on the left side of the fairway at the 18th. Such a tricky distance to really just have perfect every time.
So here's where Chris's second got to. Not a bad, this is like a good drive now.
He's going to try to drop a roller down there and save a par. Let's see how he can execute this. Oh, clips the mandatory right on the edge. He's
Philo,
through.
You can unmake the Mando, though.
That's true. Hopefully that stopped in time.
Perkins, you get it. Oh, I think he unmade it, Philo.
Brutal.
Oh, my goodness. Perkins, can you fill us in on the ground there?
He made the Mando on the correct side, but the tree slowed it down, so he rolled back on the incorrect side. With the new rule, he's headed to the drop zone.
Wow. Perkins, thank you. Klein had a great drive throwing 2. Happens fast out here at Winthrop, Philo. We keep saying it, and we keep watching it too. That's a good shot for par from Klein.
Smart. Didn't force the issue, play to a spot.
Burr, tee of 15. Trying to shoot the triple Mando clown's mouth. And get it moving left.
Yeah, first thing is go straight.
Yes, that's more
Throw
important.
it hard and straight right down the middle, and whatever happens after that, you can live with. Perfectly executed there from Burr. He's going to have a chip shot into the green at the 15th.
That's a bonus drive from Burr, beating everything off the tee. Wow. And now back to 3 for Dickerson in his 5th.
Overshoots it. A little bit of help on that second kick. Downhill look from circle 2 for Dickerson.
We'll have that putt for a double, and it's circle's edge with maybe some stuff in the way. We'll hope he's got a clean look. Makala, I would imagine. Looks like it, yeah. Throwing his 3rd.
There's still potential here. He's going to need to beat that Mando, get on the ground with some heat on the skip if he's going to have a chance to get in there close. Ooh, that's super wide, Ian. I think he's just conceding.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't get a little more aggressive with that, with how the wind is blowing. Try to just hug it around the mandatory tree and hope for a big flare skip. At least take, I mean, that's not the worst place to take the chance.
Back to 15, Burr. The drive, amazing. Can he capitalize?
Oh, a little soft, but wobbles around. It should be inside circle 1.
Yeah. Hamas on 18. Wants no part of that. Don't blame him.
Right where the old stump used to be.
So he's going to finish double and single on 17 and 18, but still 5 down. Great day. Barella, his 2nd on 11.
This is a big birdie on the course if you can walk away with that 3 here. Barella just a little long.
Almost grabbed a 2.
Almost. About 7 meters left there for AB to go birdie, eagle birdie, start his back 9. Or finish his back and start, finish his front, start his back, excuse me.
The Klein 3rd. That will work for 4. And now Makalau, his 4th.
Nice floaty bid.
Yeah. And we'll have that left for 5.
These guys are taking some licks early, aren't they?
If you're not super sharp off the box, this course
you will be punished.
It doesn't let you breathe. It doesn't really let you get warmed up.
It feels like the Anaconda just squeezing tighter and tighter every time you make a mistake out here. It's just the pressure of all the great competition in the field makes it that way, because when you make a mistake, there's 50, 60, 70 other guys that probably aren't.
Presnell for par. Almost grabbed after missing the Mando. Bogey. Dickerson for double. Tourniquet putt early for Chris.
He's got a window. One of the best in the game at figuring out these tricky little putts. Small windows, awkward stance.
You got to forget what happened on the last hole, too.
Truth. Got the results he's looking for this time, Ian. That one stuck.
Awesome stuff from Dickerson.
Should have been 2 for 2 in the scramble department there for Dickerson.
Yep.
Oh, well. Nice work there.
And Robinson to grab 3 strokes on Chris Dickerson right here. Birdie putt.
Well deserved, well earned. One of the best second shot rollers I've seen here at hole 3 in many, many years.
An absolute gem. Makala walking to a bogey putt. Klein a par. And they are off. On 11, Umbrella coming back for birdie. And for the solo lead. We'll stay tied with Gibson. On 16, Nate Doss.
Looks like he's lining up the middle gap. Looks a little low in. Get an edge and skip.
Oh.
There's a forward bounce. There you go. Doss into circle 1.
Nice little tailwind putt set up as well. Burr, you saw the drive and the approach on 15, making short work of that birdie.
Getting things back on track.
Now 1 off the lead. Is Gannon Burr. Doss for birdie on 16. Yes, sir. I love seeing Nate play well. That man's top of his field at 2. Bruin and disc golf in his career, you know? It's pretty incredible.
I'm not much of a beer drinker, but I've had a couple, and they are tasty.
Yeah, they are. Does a great job out there. He's winning awards in Oregon left and right over there is Mr. Doss. There are your scores. Gibson in the clubhouse. He's had the lead. He's had to share the lead. It's come back to him.
It's not a bad place to be in the clubhouse and watch all that happen, you know?
Yeah.
A little more difficult when you're on the course and seeing all that happening.
We're on our woods hole, hole 4, Robinson. Leaked a little left. This is just a hallway, Philo.
Certainly is. Not a lot of room. I think it's about 8-10 feet at the widest. Bottlenecks to about 6 feet at the narrowest. There you go. Klein shooting it to the back of the circle.
Makala looking down from our Flight Factory drone. Another late release from Vino.
It might get lucky, Ian.
Yeah.
Somehow doesn't touch a thing along the right side, and I think he's inside circle 1. There you go, a little smile, a little nod. Like, hey, sometimes it's like that.
Dickerson.
Pay attention at home, everybody. Look how these guys are lining their body up to the right of where they want the disc to be. They're shading the tee off to the right, trying to keep the disc in the middle of the lane. There you go. Chris Dickerson finds 6 to 12. Looking for a little forward skip. Tries up just a smidgen short. Nice open look, though.
Burr, tee of 16.
Uh-oh, that might be trouble for Gannon Burr.
Yeah, that's way wide out in the
That's
hazard.
it does look like very shy out there in the hazard, some 60, 70 feet short.
He's going to need to channel his Scott Withers. He wants to grab a par there. 12, Barella. Oh, this is...
He got a hold of that one, Ian.
Mushed. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, my gosh.
Out throws the drop zone by 75, 80 feet.
When AP gets aggressive, I am here for it. Philo, love that stuff, man. Presnell on 16. Oh,
perfect
yes.
From the Prez on the bullseye. Love it.
Right now, he is just 2 off the lead. Looks like it'll be 1.
That's a nice bounce back right there for the Prez. Just saw him pick up the bogey at the clown mouth. Comes right back at the 16th. Showing those major championship vibes right there. Major winner vibes.
It's a bogey sandwich, but it's got birdie bread.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Robinson, his second, just lays up for par. That should work.
Yeah, step off the bullseye. He's fine.
Mekala does have a look in circle 2 to get back to level on the day.
These are tricky, down on a knee, stretched out, putting the opposite direction. So easy to let go of this late and bop that tree. Ooh, great effort there from Vino. This is on the right side even. Didn't see that coming.
No, me either. Lovely shape on that. Should be swinging around now to Dickerson in circle 2 as well. Erase one of those bogey strokes earned on the last.
That was one heck of a putt to make that a dub. Let's see if it's pretty much the same distance. He's had 3 of these step throughs early on here. Let's see if he can connect again. The other ones are right in the heart of the chains. Just one of them didn't stay. Oh, high left side there for Dickerson. Not quite the pace he needed.
Jumping over to the other side of the green for Kyle Klein and his birdie look. Kyle also needs this one.
Yeah, that's too close to miss there, Ian. 5-6 paces away. Got to set the tone right here, get things moving in the right direction. Oh boy.
Just one birdie on the card through 4 holes. A little slow for your feature group. Robinson to clean up par.
What's happening out here, Ian?
What?
What's going on out here, man? What's seriously, like, what's happening?
It's the boa constrictor. It's that pressure. It's that late season pressure. It's your last chance in a major, last chance to put a stamp on it.
This disc was inside the contraption for like 1.78 seconds or something like that, and then it said, nah, just flop right out.
Mekala. That putt does the job. Are we going to get another look at that one, Philo?
I don't think we need to see that.
All right.
Let's move on.
All right.
I don't think Isaac wants to see that either.
No. Bogey for Robinson. Rest grab a par.
Those two got something to talk about now, huh?
Yeah, they can commiserate about the baskets right now. 15, Macbeth.
Looks like Macbeth drops that perfectly on edge. Slides up to the trees. A little chip shot there for Macbeth to earn a birdie at the 15th.
It's about where we saw Burr for his second, and now he is on 16, putting for par.
Come on, guy.
Come on,
this dude's breaking the game right now.
That was ridiculous.
It's going to be hard to beat Gannon Burr if he continues to do things like this.
This is a powered by Naqua moment. Just a standstill from 70.
Damn.
That's what Paul was doing back in 2015, though.
No doubt.
You know? Anything
doubt.
inside 80 was at least medal.
Okay.
Yep. It's got to be like that, Philo.
I think he's trying to live up to the words he spoke over in Vermont. You know, I think that's the game plan here for Gannon Burr, and he's doing it.
Somebody was said for putting that out there, you know?
Hey, man, it's one thing to say, you know, to have a big mouth, but to be able to back it up with your game is a whole nother thing, and he's doing it. So far.
Stays within 1 of the lead thanks to that huge par putt. 2 left to go, and they are tough. Let's see how he handles them. Hey, look at Evan Smith again in your top 10, Philo. All year, Evan Smith, man. He's had a good one. Emerson Keith.
Mr. Aderhold popping up into the top 10.
Here's your page 2.
Wysocki.
Still kind of coasting, huh?
Yeah, you know, you'd like to see him pick up the pace and get a little mo going. Still early on, as long as the lead doesn't get to, you know, double digits on Rick, he should feel like he's got a fighting chance to get into the mix. I don't think with the conditions we're seeing today that's likely.
Let's take a look at this iconic hole 5. Scene of the amazing double G roller a couple of years ago. Man, I still love that one.
Epic.
We're not going to see an eagle, though, this year, Philo, are we? Unless they throw it in.
Probably not.
Got the Mando, right?
Got the Mando in a different location now. It used to be on the far side. Now it's on the short side, so it's going to change the shot shape a little bit for those guys trying to air it up and over. Yeah, it's a different shot. You're going to have to really feel like you can press that 475, 500 on a frozen rope on the inside, and it just depends on the wind. Today it's going to be blowing from right to left on him. It's going to accelerate everything for the righty backhand, and that just adds danger going to that basket location perched up right at the edge of the peninsula. I think you play this hole for a very safe and, give yourself a chance for birdie, but don't get super aggressive. 350 or less shots should set you up for ideal angles to make birdie here at the 5th.
I like watching that water shot carry, though.
Play basic disc golf on a hole like this. Don't try to get cute. It's going to bite you, especially with the wind. That's all just about being here enough and understanding what tends to happen and really how low the grass is cut, too, because some years it's a bit thicker. Things seem to stick a little more. It's cut low. Things skip.
Klein's
like
tee shot.
That looks perfect.
Makala.
Heading crossing wind, you're not anticipating much of a fade here unless if you're going low burner for the sidearm play. And the crazy thing is all these guys practice these shots without wind, and they're all pushing it at the water and then expecting, that late fade, and it's going to be a little different today. Nice adjustment there from Vino to back off the speed a little bit.
Perk, what kind of wind are they working with here on this tee shot on 5 as Dickerson steps up?
Yeah, the tee shot is kind of head right to left, maybe a little bit more right to left. And it's kind of tricky for that backhand. That was it's pushing the backhand toward the water, so it's really risky. You really needed to see it turn out of the hand first and get it back to flat so it doesn't fade out left.
Thank you. Perk, Dickerson in the fairway is safe.
It's so hard to do that in a crossing wind because we saw like what happened at the tee of hole 3. It's the same thing. As soon as the wind gets on top of the disc, and on this ground, it's going to turn into a cut roll.
Robinson.
Man, that's so much trust to do that in.
I was worried about that one, but look at the drift.
Slides that out there another 50 or so past Dickerson.
Presnell, 17. A rare backhand on this green.
There it goes, sailing away. Does it get back in safe? It's still flying. I see a green flag somehow that stayed in. Wow, what a break for Prez.
And Barella, second shot on 12.
That's just a chip shot for Anthony Barella.
That is, he can see the basket, I think. That is
wonderfully thrown into circle 1 for AB.
Awesome stuff.
Look at that flag, calm at the moment.
And he'll have that for the solo lead once he gets up there. Macbeth on 15 had a great drive. Throwing 2.
Just a little putter shot here for Macbeth. Nice lane to work with. There you go. Slides that up well in circle 1. I'd imagine even on the bullseye.
And that will get Macbeth a share of the lead if he makes that putt.
I guess he got the memo too, huh?
He sure. He woke up on this back 9. He is perfect on the back 9. He is 6 down through 6.
There you go. That's the way you like to see it done there at the 17th from Burr.
And back to 5, Dickerson.
You would like to see it fade a little bit more than that if you're Chris Dickerson, but not bad.
Even with the Mando?
Yeah. I mean, I still would probably try to get a little closer.
Yeah, I got to go around it now. Yeah, Barella, birdie. AB. Incredible stuff. Solo lead. Wow. Yeah. Macbeth. At the time, it was for a shared lead, but AB had something to say about that. Macbeth won off the lead, tied with Drew Gibson. Back to 5, Klein.
With that wind, that could be dangerous. Nice little check angle there for Kyle Klein. The wind didn't affect it much.
Robinson.
Guess that gives Charlie a little less work to worry about this year, huh? Fishing out all the discs.
Yeah, be a lot less plastic in that water this year. It's a long look at birdie for Presnell on 17. Should just lay this up, though. That's what he did. That was Cole, wasn't it?
I think that was Redolin.
Yeah.
Cole World in the house.
Yeah. I wonder what he's doing. I mean, I saw tall Paul Oman in our top 20. He got an 8 on hole 3 today and still got in your top 20.
That's definitely something to tip a cap to.
Yeah. Way to fight back. 0 bogeys other than that one hole 3 for tall Paul.
Cole Redolin's out there battling. He's had some bogeys on the card, but fighting back every other hole to snag it back and get it back to level, keep it under par.
Cool. There is that card for Paul Oman.
Wow. Quadruple bogey.
And fighting back, man.
Got back to level par before he got off the front 9. Finishes 3 under. That's incredible.
Resilience. Impressive. Makala. Is that Mando not in play for MPO? Am I wrong here?
I'm confused, man. Now, you said something earlier and got me thinking one thing, and now I'm seeing Vino lining up the inside line. I thought you were saying they got to play around the backside. No, the line is going to the right, so that means it's still on the inside, so they're still doing the water crossing. That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking about the Dickerson shot drifting up to the right side. It makes the shot across the water a little longer, so nothing's changed as far as how the mandatory is being played. It's just in a new location.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Seems like we were both confused for a moment.
That one got me. Burr on 17 putting for birdie.
Oh, left rim. Strokes on folks, making birdie at the 17th.
Yep. 13 AB.
Blind tee shot if you hadn't seen it before. Okay, now we're back with Chris Dickerson.
Yeah. For his water carry shot.
This shot is tough with that right to left crosswind. Now that hyzer is going to try to accelerate out the hand. You got to shape it with a little bit of flat and really bleed that over stable out. Ooh, is that straight enough?
Yes.
What a shot from Chris Dickerson, trusting the neutral flying disc.
Job done.
Well thrown.
All right, now the AB shot on 13. This will play for par, you think?
We'll see what he does. He can still try to thread the needle to get up there and give himself a look, but not easy.
Back to 5 Klein with the water carry third.
Wow, he just rode the edge of the bush. What a shot from Klein. Earns himself a birdie look, circle 2.
Nice.
Love the shape.
Mm-hmm. Robinson. I think you like that. It's kind of a scary putt, but
it is a scary putt.
It's there if you want it. Little slow here for your feature card. They are 5 over on the round right now.
It's a difficult place to play, Ian.
Mm-hmm. Tee of 16, Macbeth.
Going for a putter, looks like, up the middle. This is drifting towards hazard. Got to hit the brakes.
Maybe it gets a weird skip.
No, just does creep into the hazard for Macbeth. I'm going to guess that's about 35 feet. See if he can save his par as our feature card makes its way around the top of the lake.
There is that pole they moved up. Pardon me there. Read the T sign wrong. There's that yellow flag is your Mando pole. Got to go left of that pole. $15. Is it Rick?
That looks like a Ricky Wysocki. Doing his Phil Mickelson impersonation, all black.
Oh, yeah, huh? He has kind of the feel to a Macbeth Tiger, huh?
Mm-hmm. Silky smooth out the hand for Rick. Safely through the triple Mando. Button hooks around. There you go. Rick's going to have a little putter shot if he likes in.
Yeah. And you saw the drive from AB on 13, now his second. That looks wide rimmed, though, Philo.
Well, let's see what he does. He's going for it. Got some room to work with. It's going to fade out a little early, Ian. He's going to push up there a long way. That's okay. He'll be able to scramble that into a par if he doesn't get a look.
And speaking of pars, Macbeth on 16, putting for his.
Just shy for Macbeth. Bogey at the 16th, excuse me. And a long walk up to the 17th to think about it.
Five's green. Robinson, birdie putt if he wants it.
Oh, he wants it.
He wants it.
He wants it. Let's see if he can connect. World champion Isaac Robinson drills it in the center.
He wants it. He gets it, Philo. Awesome birdie. And Klein and Makela laid up for par while we were away.
He took just a little longer that time. Just a little bit.
Yeah, you're right, actually, huh?
Just a little bit.
I didn't pick that up, but you're totally right. Dickerson for birdie. Get this moving in the right direction.
Also very much so a death putt. Not a problem for Mr. Dickerson.
Fighting his way back. 1 over on the day now. Robinson under par at 1. Makela for par.
You know, honestly, I feel like over the years, the conversation amongst the players has always been, you know, if you can get off the front 3 under par, you know, you don't have to shred the front 9. You know, you'd like to score and get as low as you can, but if it's a little rocky and you pick up a bogue here or there, okay, you get off the front 3 under par and then you just get going on the back 9. You know, that's really where you can make up a lot of strokes. You can have a rocky start and bounce back. You know, you just can't let that downward spiral continue throughout the whole front 9. You can recover on the back. Bunch of birdies out there to be had. Just playing nice, smart golf.
We're seeing that today. Absolutely. Speaking of the back 9, Gannon Buhr, tee of 18. Oh, excuse me, second shot.
Oh.
Wow.
Racing down the hill. There's some stuff to slow it down. Gannon Buhr looks to be right around circle 1.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe even a bit closer.
We are headed to the beach. That is Chris Dickerson.
Angle looks good. Oh, a little nip.
Disaster.
Kills the speed. Should be green. I think he's before that little hazard there. Man, angle looked nice out the hand for that late fading skip. I imagine these guys want to try to hang it out to the right just a little bit extra with that crossing wind.
Robinson. Is this going to push enough, Philo?
Just got to get past that tree. There you go, in the basket. Oh, Robinson, and it sticks. So close, flashing chain high. What an effort.
That was going in.
Klein. A little worried here.
equally nice. And no, just slides out of bounds for Klein. He can't get anything to go his way yet. So close.
One more look at this Robinson shot. Almost grabbed a 1.
I thought he had the width nicely. Oh, you thought maybe he was hooking up a little too soon.
Yeah.
Turns out right on time. Circle's edge bounce and ooh, 1
Barely.
mile per hour more speed. Now it had the width to sail right in. So close. And fortunate to stay safe.
Seriously. It's a 2-stroke difference right there, most
Yeah, and
likely.
you see Kyle Klein's shot looked pretty much identical. There wasn't much of a difference, but a couple extra spins on the exit on the tail end of that flight, and into the hazard she goes.
Makala. Everything's coming out a little late. That stays
Sneaks
clean.
All right, there you go. That's going to stay safe. And curl down into the sand for Vino. That should turn into a birdie.
That's the shot they're all kind of playing for right there.
The later, the better.
Yeah. Feels a lot safer. 18, and Presnell throwing 2.
It's a tough shot, Ian.
It is. Did he spin this one over enough? Yeah, that looked underturned. That should be OB.
That's not a shot you recommend people go after. It's a low percentage to get anywhere near the target.
And back to AB on 13, laying up with his 3rd.
There you go.
Yeah, you'll take an easy 4 on this one.
Absolutely.
Aderhold has a birdie look on 15.
There you go. He's hanging 5 under par on the afternoon. Aderhold circles edge. The putt goes home. Nice connection there.
Dickerson throwing his 2nd. Will work for 3. That was a par save for Aderhold on 15. Huh.
Either way, it was a great putt.
That was a great putt.
Whatever it was for.
Yeah.
Down on a knee, stretched out. Adding some shape to that flight.
He missed the Mando. So that's a good par save after
It's
missing
a
the
great
Mando.
par save.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Klein, 2 inches away from a birdie, has this putt for par.
What do you do if you're Kyle Klein?
I guess that.
Half go?
Yeah.
You can't get super aggressive. Don't want to stand there and think about it too long. Not a bad choice.
Makala walking to a birdie putt.
Vino slides one into the center. Back to level par on the afternoon.
Nice. Birdie drop in for Robinson. We'll move him to 2 under on the day. Not bad through 6.
Not at all.
Yeah. You scroll down, man, on that front 9, just so many bogeys. Hardly anyone keeping it clean. Chris puts in the par. Klein will drop in a bogey. Presnell throwing 5 on 18 when it'll be off the tee and his 3rd. And that'll work for a 6, but that's going to send Andrew back to 4 under on the day.
He was cooking for a minute, man.
He was.
Man, the last closing holes really bit him today.
Back to 15, Rick throwing 2.
All right, Rick will figure that out. Step or 2 inside circle 1, little straddle out to the left.
Barella on 13, dropping in par. And back to 18 and Burr to get off the course with a birdie and within 1 of AB.
That's a solid round there for Gannon Burr.
Yep. got 2 7s in the clubhouse now as your clubhouse leader. AB trying to improve on that 8. We have our Fresh and Now concert coming up after the events every night, Philo. Pretty sweet.
Yes, sir. Tonight, Treehouse down there at Vendors Village. Make sure you stick around. It's always a great time. Vendors Village, Fly Mart every day. Tons of great food. My boy Grayson, nothing but smoke out there cooking up some awesome pulled pork and brisket, mac and cheese. Got to go try it.
Man, this Vendor Village hits my wallet hard every year, Philo. There's the best.
I think that's the intention.
You know? They are effective. I will give them
They're
that.
killing the game down there.
Yeah, they are.
Every year, the level seems to rise here at the championship.
Robinson, T of 7.
Going for the hyzer flip. Is it flipping fast enough? It does to sneak through into circle 1 for Robinson.
Robinson's starting to heat up here. That's
there he
gonna be 3
goes.
in a row.
There we go. That's what he needed. Building blocks, you know?
Yeah.
Have a rocky start, kind of level things off and build off a good momentum.
Makala.
Ooh, big miss there from Vino. Never a chance.
His first late release of the day.
Yeah, I don't know if that came up shy. It looks like he did. Green flag. All right, opportunity to save a par.
Get creative with a forehand roller over there.
Something, yeah.
Something,
whatever
maybe.
you can do. Even just give yourself a little 25-footer and have confidence you can make it.
Yeah, there's that, huh?
You don't have to get super aggressive.
Dickerson.
He's hoping that dries up short as well, and it does for Chris Dickerson. A couple of fortunate breaks with the misfires for Vino and Chris.
Yeah. Let's see if Kyle Klein can get it going.
He desperately needs to get something going. 3 over to start the tournament, defending. This is online. Is it going to drift? Yes, it is. Good kick. There you go. No. My goodness. Can't get anything going.
Great kick, terrible roll. Macbeth, 17.
How does he like it? Oh,
he doesn't
like
not.
that at all.
No.
Sounds like the wind just snatched that instantly out of his hand.
Yeah. Now throwing 3, just trying to clean up a bogey or double.
Kind of surprised guys aren't getting more off to the right side of this tee pad and opening up the angle and allowing the wind, giving the disc a little bit more time to get affected by the wind. Seems like they're throwing the disc like more at the line of the target or just barely wide, and it seems like you step more to the right, it opens it up.
16, Wysocki, is this turning enough?
I don't think so. So now it's got to stop. It goes into the hazard. It looks like that is in the hazard for Wysocki. 75, 80 feet away.
And Rick had birdies on 4 of the last 5, too. Really got it cooking. AB on 14. Your tournament leader, AB.
See if he makes the adjustment. Definitely got the speed. Does it stay in the air? Oh, reverse roll into the hazard for Anthony Barella. He's got a 45, 50-footer back up the hill.
What a mean ground reaction
was
there.
Rude.
Yeah, I thought he'd stick that for sure.
Typically on the low side, that's going to happen. If you hit a little higher up on the hill, it'll get the forward positive skip.
Perk, how are we looking here on 7 in this Mando? Looks like I might not have Nate right now. We'll check it with him in a little bit. So it looks like Makala did miss the Mando and was throwing 3, so he'll have that for 4. Huh. Looks like it was just far enough past that line.
Apparently so.
Yeah. You know, I've only that back on hole 3 when he unmade the Mando.
Yes.
I've only ever seen that happen once.
For Chris Dickerson?
No, someone else besides that right there. You know who it was?
No.
You.
Oh, when was that?
De La.
De La. Oh yeah, I remember that now. hole one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Special times, man.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Dickerson, a weird look at birdie.
Gave it a valiant effort.
To bring it full circle, Andrew Miranda was on that card with you.
Yeah. How old was he back then?
16.
12?
Yeah, I know. He was beating me when he was 12. Klein throwing 2.
Going to the dad putt, trying to figure this out. Good effort, just a little shy on the speed. He'll stay at 3 over par to start his championship.
Someone moving the right way is Robinson to grab another birdie. Now at 3, he's thrown a 4, to be fair. That one spit out back on hole 4.
That's true. That was a super close one. What, just outside the bullseye, and that somehow found its way back out.
Bogey putt for Macbeth on 17. This is one you might think about. And
That's the worst possible reaction. Aggressive miss, high and left, catches the band and sails out of bounds.
Now that was for 4, so he's going to be putting for 6 now?
Yes, sir.
Why is he? Oh, you don't get to take it over there?
I don't think so. I think you play it from where it lies. And he chains out. Now he'll be grabbing a 7.
One more look at this aggressive run from Paul. Trying to save the bogey.
If he hits anywhere else, it stays in.
Just missed high and left, huh?
Yeah, he caught the top of the band. If he would have caught anywhere in the middle or any other part of the contraption, I'm sure that would have stayed in.
It's a par putt for Barella. From the hazard.
On the line and dead center make for Anthony Barella. What a step through.
Awesome. Awesome make from AB. That will maintain his 1-stroke lead over Gibson and Burr.
Man, we were talking about it earlier on this season when AB was on that heater streak. That putter was really coming around, looking strong. Seems like it's coming back into form here in Rock Hill. Great time for it to show up.
Absolutely. Can Wysocki save par on 16?
We've seen some big bangs. Oh, Rick, flashing chains.
Not off by much was Wysocki. Let's go back to Robinson. We're on a tee of 8. I love this hole, Philo.
It's a great one. Makes you throw 2 very exceptional disc golf shots to make birdie. You can't get sloppy here and expect to score. This is dragging to the left for Robinson. That red shows up fast. Dries up right on time. Good angle for the roller. Or a sidearm if he got it.
Those are about the only 2 shots that'll get there, huh?
That's about it. Super hard to go standard right-hand, backhand into that gap with that low tunnel. Awkward angle.
Dickerson going forehand, likely to set up that roller angle.
Looking for a big flare. Well, he got about half the flare he wanted. Not a terrible position though for Chris.
Klein. Still looking to get off the schneid on the board. He spun that one, Philo.
Yeah, he put a little tushy into that one. I'm going to join Dickerson in the middle of the fairway.
That's a great spot there. And now Makala. And Barella Tee of 15.
I love it. All day long.
Right on the lamppost. Hopefully not in his swing too badly. Back to 16. It's a bogey putt for Rick. Effective. But going the wrong way is Ricky. Rick now at 4 under on the day. That's still good for top 10 though. Casey White on the tee of 12. Casey White's on a tie for 5th right now. 0 bogeys on this man's card.
Heard he put on a bit of a show out there in Boston, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Having some fun in the closest to the pin.
Looks like Casey's playing this one for par. If that drive tells me anything.
It's not a bad choice.
Not at all. Back to 8. Mekala should see a roller coming down here. A little early on the turn, but that's not a bad miss. Easy
No.
par from there, if nothing else.
For sure. Runnable putt.
Yeah.
Stall it in there a little bit.
And they're playing baseball right next to hole 8. Robinson does go roller with his second. Also high on the hill early. Does not squeak through though.
Caught a bunch of that cabbage there on the bush. Kills the speed. I prefer the sidearm play from this angle if you have it in the bag. If it's something you can utilize, the roller is a little more fickle with the ground play. You could catch a bad stick and get a bad reaction. Sidearm's a bit more predictable if you've got it.
Chris likes the roller, goes to it.
He threw one and got super greasy last year. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Bounced through a little crack in the tree.
That's right. This one's a little late on the turn, but it should putt.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's 50-footer, 60-footer.
Yeah, it might have that tree in the way, though.
Very true.
There are Chris and Brittany Dickerson. Klein, his second. 4 for 4 in the roller departments on 8 with the second shots. This looks the best.
Also running.
It is, isn't it?
Almost pin high, circles edge to the backside. Should have a look.
Macbeth coming off the big number on 17, looking for a bounce back on 18, throwing 2. Looks like a slower disc.
Looks like he's in the ideal landing position off the tee, right in that bowl, right at the top of the hill, just before the crown. Best footing. Nice wide angle. Oh, perfectly executed for Macbeth into the bullseye. Well done.
Awesome bounce back. 8-year-old has a birdie putt on 16. And that man is 6 down on the back 9 so far, with 2 to go and improve on that number. Live with AB on 15 in his second.
That'll work. Just a chip shot for AB. Curls up just out the bullseye.
Back to 8, Robinson and his third. That was a tough look, and he's in circle 2. Love that putt for par.
Could see what he was going for. Not a lot of room to work with there for Robinson. Forcing the issue a little bit. And yeah, that killed the speed. See if he can connect here for a par save.
Over to Mekala for his third. Our man AJ Risley gets into position back there.
took a stab at it.
He sure did.
A bit farther away than I expected to see his disc, but not a bad effort from back there.
Not at all. Looking down at the green from our Fight Factory drone, you get to watch disc golf and baseball. We pan a little left anyway. Thanks to our friends at Flight Factory, sponsoring the drone coverage all year long. At FlightFactoryDisc.com. You can point your phone at that QR code right there. Dickerson, it's a long, crowded look at birdie.
Got to be careful here if you're Chris Dickerson. Those cage misses are, you hit something hard and solid, it could reverse and roll back down the hill, have you another 50-footer again. Well, caught some tree instead, turns into a 20-footer for par. Could have been a worse result.
We're going to double that distance for the Robinson par putt. What a make. What a make, man. It's perfect.
Ice cold, man.
He is unflappable. You know?
That was awesome. So clutch, man. Just to stand there and just knock that down like you do it every day.
Yeah. On a really dangerous green.
Absolutely.
You hit metal, oh, you could end up right where he's standing.
That's true. You could end up there from a lot of different positions here at the 8th.
The Klein roller went a little long coming back for birdie. Does he have a window?
Looks like he's got a little mini window. A little bit of flatness to this putt would help. Bang! Right in the heart for Kyle Klein. Gets his first birdie of the day.
On the board for your defending champion. Maybe that'll ignite some stuff here on the back nine. It's time to score, Philo.
It is. It's time for him to wake up and get back to level par. At least right the ship, and then we can go from there.
Yeah. Dickerson for par.
Honestly, you could take Kyle Klein 2 holes to be right back under par.
Right. 9-10.
Birdie on the 9th, eagle on the 10th.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different complexion than where he's sitting right now.
Vina gets in the par. And they're off to 9-17, Aderhold.
Haven't seen many people stick this one close. Look at this, racing off to the left. Deep in circle 2 for Aderhold.
Threes are good on 17, especially
Nobody
on day
wants
one,
to
right?
challenge that A position. They're like, no, sir, not today.
Yeah, don't ruin your tournament on day one. Maybe if you have to on the last day, right? Wysocki
also wants no part of it. Trying to get a little sticky shot over there, circle 2.
For a 2-stroke lead on the field, Barella. Nicely done from AB. A couple par tap-ins from Aderhold and Wysocki. Never mind a 3 on 17.
Getting word from our guy Nate Perkins on the ground. The winds on hole 9 have substantially dropped from earlier in the afternoon, so that should open up the opportunities for our feature card coming around through one of the more scoreable sections of the course. 9, 10, 11. 12 is definitely a birdieable hole if you can keep your drives green.
White throwing 3. As I guessed, was playing this for par after that drive. Should work if the distance was right.
Yeah, chip and a par. You live with that every day on hole 12.
12 and 17, you could take pars every single day and win by a lot.
You're going to gain a lot of strokes on the field.
9, Klein.
Nice little teardrop right under the basket for Kyle Klein.
Okay.
All right, I think he's awake now.
I think so.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
I don't think we've seen one closer than that.
I've never seen that. I love that it's stuck, too.
That's awesome.
You know?
Well, don't bump your head, buddy.
Seriously. Robinson on the same.
Beautifully thrown, nice pace, good stick. A 5-meter look there for Robinson.
Dickerson still trying to fight his way back to level. 1 over so far.
Haven't seen much in the way of good breaks for much of anybody on this card yet this afternoon. It's been a bit of a rocky go. They haven't been as sharp as we'd like to see, or they would like to be playing, but it doesn't help when the breaks aren't going your way either.
A flex play from Dickerson.
Checked up nicely, just outside the bullseye for Dickerson. That should get him back to even par on the day.
Thoughts on that approach versus the Heiser, Philo? Both work?
With the wind is down, yeah, it opens it up. I mean, I guess the majority of the field feels that swinging Heiser's the play, but hey, Chris Dickerson's he's an artist out there with the disc in his hand, you know. He knows how to shape them.
This tee shot has been trouble for the field, Philo, on 16. We've seen a lot left.
Yeah.
AB is going to that putter.
I think with the wind blowing left to right like this, it seems like the smarter thing to do would be to hang it out there and expect the wind to push it, but then the trees that are out there just kind of kill the wind 2/3 up the way of the fairway, and we've seen tons of shots just drop out of the sky. I really like this play. Keep things 6 to 12. Trust your putter shot. AB should have no problem with this. Slides it up there just a hair short. Not a bad play. Keeps things safe.
In bounds. A lot have not been able to say that. 9, Makala.
Perfect spiking angle Heiser there from Makala, right on the bullseye.
Great stuff there. Great stuff from AB through 15. 2-stroke lead over your clubhouse leaders, Gibson and Burr. Adelhold is charging too.
Yes, he is. Casey White, Nico LaCastro again in the clubhouse already, along with Adam Hammis. Those are some solid numbers on day one. See if Anthony Barella can keep piling on, or will 17 nip him in the you know what? We'll see.
Robinson making short work of that birdie putt.
As he typically does.
As he typically does. It looks like we should see a star frame here on 9. Makala next.
Take care of these obligatory tap-ins and keep things pushing on over to hole 10.
Dickerson to get back to level on the day. Treading water for 9 holes is Dickerson. And an absolute dropper for your defending champion, Kyle Klein.
Rarely seen on that mini podium.
Seriously.
That was cool.
Back-to-back birdies after a rough front 7 for Klein. Barella now for a 3-stroke lead.
Ooh, sails the top. I hope that stayed safe.
He could be in play. Barella, year leader, still at the United States Championships. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Kyle Klein on the tee of the 10th. Was successful carding eagles here last year. This time wants nothing to do with it. Going to cast it out there to the left, play for the birdie. Try to get himself back to even par on the afternoon. Robinson on the box. Safely out there to the left. Chris Dickerson. Picture perfect swing there from Chris Dickerson into the sweet spot. We're going to jump ahead to Ezra Aderhold on hole 18. Looks like he's come up a bit short and left. A long carry up to the green. Very dangerous carry. I would be surprised to see him lay this up and concede. That looks like a nice, smooth, rhythmic swing.
Oh, he's in
right,
business.
got that to dribble in. I guess he was higher up the hill than I expected. Nice swing there from Ezra.
That Aderhold arm can also make up some ground.
True story.
Barella for par. He is lucky this stayed in, Philo.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Surfing the rim and right on circle's edge. No.
The
back to
overcorrection.
back. Yeah. That's going to sting for AB. Looking at birdie, picking up a bogue.
18, Wysocki, his second.
That looks pretty ideal, Ian.
Gets the bonus curl. Oh, yeah.
When you've seen it 1,000 times or more, you know when it looks right, when it's going to do the thing. And Ricky Wysocki dials up a beauty at the 18th.
I thought I saw Andrew Miranda there playing with Wysocki. He's 2 down on the day. The whole card playing really well. 6, 4, 4, and 2 on the card.
That's a great card to be on.
Robinson on 10.
Easy work.
My goodness.
Routine little hyzer. Played up into the podium. Use a little ground play. I've seen a lot of birdies carded that way.
Klein.
Oh, the wind got under it. Nice little check spin there from Klein. We've seen some get a little extra skippy with that. Little tester to earn his birdie there and get things to even par.
Joey Tamale on the bag right there.
I think that was.
Yeah. Aderhold on 18 to get to 7. Enjoying the clubhouse lead. There he goes.
That's a great round. Great way to start a championship.
Just one bogey on the day, that back on hole 6, you know.
Yeah, they
you
never
missed the
played
drive.
Philo's philosophies, man. That's right. That was one of my main things. If you can average one bogey or less for the tournament and make some birdies, you're going to have a chance to win.
Yeah.
Big part of success out here at Winthrop. I can't remember the last time the champions had, 3 bogeys per round. It's just can't survive this tournament making bogeys. You just cannot.
Casey White, he's on 13.
Pinched off on the left side. Some shot shaping required here for Casey White. This would be tough to get this to continue to make the left turn all the way. Let's see if he can pull this off. What?
That was really good.
Solid effort.
Yeah. He'll get up
Not
and down
really
from
a
there.
putt, but hey, he's going to be able to scramble his par.
Yeah. 18, Wysocki putting for birdie. Jams that one in. Solid day one. Rick, 5 under.
Firmly a part of this conversation.
Yep, just 3 off the lead of AB. Back to 10, Mekala throwing 2.
Not that I'm wishing bad things on AB, but that score's not in the clubhouse
No,
yet.
he got 17 and 18.
That's right.
Yeah. Mekala nicely done.
Yes, sir.
You surprised nobody went for the eagle on this one, Philo?
I am not, man. This is a guaranteed birdie if you play 2 basic disc golf shots. And give yourself a circle, inside circle 1. It shouldn't be. It should be a no putt every time, honestly.
Let's check out Philo's Philosophy, brought to you by our friends at BlackKingsDisc.com, the premium disc golf store.
Well, this week it's about executing a game plan 4 times, and you're going to have to make some adjustments and be aware of that. 1 bogey or less per round, is really going to pay off huge. Emotional and physical management. It's been a long season. We're at the final stretch. You know, a bunch of the field. This will be their last tournament. There's only 32 guys playing next week, so you know, got to be able to keep all these little things together and survive the week.
Beautiful looking downtown Charlotte, just 45 minutes from Rock Hill. Klein for birdie to get back to level. That's not going to do it. Never got into the chains. You see anything in his swing at all? His putt? You just, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work.
It's a tough day to play, man. You know, you're a defending champ. All the eyes are on you. You know, the whole field wants to knock you off the pedestal.
Makala for birdie. Dickerson drops in his. As they make their way over to 11's tee, we're going to sneak in a quick break on the Disc Golf Network. We'll be right back in just a few.
Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. It's a good.
McMahon here, and I present to you my Tour of Tear official Team Series Fission Pyro with the Fission plastic. It actually flies a little bit straighter than your typical pyro. Go check it out. You're gonna like it.
Talon's the best of the best. It's the quality, the craftsmanship, the vision for what a bag could be.
I don't think anyone's disputing that it's the best made bag.
My Zuka car is most helpful because it allows me to carry a massive amount of discs. My backups have backups, and I can fit all of that in my cart.
The putter pouch, that's definitely my favorite feature. Slick, holds everything that I need in there.
The room and the things that I can carry on the course in the Zuka fits me perfectly.
I'm not the tall person right here. I like the handle. It can be up and down. That's my point right there. All I have to do is just thinking about what I'm gonna birdie.
The Power Disc Golf Academy would like to shout out Tom K. When Tom joined the Academy, his rating was 685. Tom has increased his rating by an unbelievable 117 points and is now rated 802. Ezra's max distance lessons have increased his distance and accuracy, and it shows. Great job, Tom. Keep it up. If you want to improve your rating like Tom has, scan the QR code and use promo code DGPT at checkout for an exclusive discount to the Power Disc Golf Academy.
Your tournament leader, Barella, 17. Big moment.
He's doing it. Look at where he's standing, Ian.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Wind's still going to push him, but it just opens up the angle. Let's see if the speed is correct. It does stick. Nice work from AB. Way to utilize the space on the tee pad.
Huh. All right, jumping back to Robinson, tee of 11.
I don't think guys were throwing this shot earlier, Ian.
The big flexor?
No.
With the wind?
Yeah, no, it wasn't possible. I just didn't think they could trust the disc out there with the wind blowing in their face like that. And the winds are definitely down now from what we saw a couple hours ago. That's going to play big for these guys. Factor in massively for Tom. Man, if it continues to taper off like that coming down the stretch, it's definitely going to be an advantage for these guys.
Perk, are you really starting to feel the wind kind of drop off on the course right now?
Yeah, 9, 10, 11 right here. I mean, it's 15 miles per hour calmer than it was earlier.
And you'll take that if you get it. Dickerson. Oh,
Too much.
Too far into the
Wow.
hazard.
That's not something we typically see here.
On the green of 17, Barella putting for birdie. You lay this up, though. Yes, you do. He didn't see what happened to Paul, but
He probably saw it on his phone, but he didn't see it in person, that's for sure.
Yep. Klein.
Seems like the wind just did something on Kyle Klein. There you go. Kyle Klein finds the center of the last cutout along the left side, looking for the sidearm play in. Definitely the most advantageous way to take on the 11th hole. I've seen tons of guys in previous years when this wasn't hazard taking 11s and 12s. Now you get to play it from the hazard and progress.
It's a great look at the fairway from our drone here. Really get a look at all the bubbles they're dealing with out there.
Yeah, it never used to look like that. A bunch of awkward landing zones out there for you to deal with and try to find yourself a birdie 3 here at the 11th. Super tight green, talking circle's edge.
Kind of looks
on
like
the
an
low
anaconda,
side.
Philo.
It certainly does.
While they get ready, White on 13. Just laying up.
Solid second shot to get him to there. Wisely just pitches it up, takes his par. Back with Kyle Klein at the 11th. Lining up the sidearm flick. Looking for a late fade. And he gets it. Curls up inside circle 1. Little tailwind putt left for Kyle Klein. Still not feeling as connected as he'd like. He's still grumbling to himself, expecting perfection, and just off by a little.
A rare sidearm from Robinson.
True.
Makes sense with the green, though.
Absolutely does. One step baby cut swing away from Robinson, and he overthrows it, skips it into the hazard. You see the circle 1 mark there. Right on circle 1 from the hazard for Robinson for par. Well, he had some good things cooking there for a minute.
He's still on pace for a pretty good round, honestly. If
True.
he makes that par, he's still, what, 5 down? Is that what he said?
He was at 4, right?
4? Okay. Makala throwing 2.
You're correct. He's currently at 5, trying to hang on to 5. Vino trying to get to 2 under par. Excellent pace control there from Vino. Drop in birdie.
All right, that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, these guys are coming to life.
They sure are. I'd love to see that. It was a slog of a front 6 or 7, wasn't it?
It's tough to start off the tournament, man, especially on a feature card. It's hard enough being in the middle of the pack or anywhere else. Just to have all the eyes, you know, the cameras, everybody across the world's watching you play, and a lot of pressure.
I got a message from Seppo Payu. He's watching from over in Finland.
Nice one. Miss our buddy Seppo.
Yeah, me too.
Doing the family life.
Dickerson with his 3rd after the hazard drive. That looked like a drop-in 4 coming his way.
Got an Isaac Robinson circle 1 putt for par. A Kyle Klein circle 1 putt for a birdie. 2 dropping in. 1 for a par, 1 for a birdie. So 2 birds, 2 pars potential. Maybe a boge if Robinson should miss.
Casey White, tee of 14. We have seen the wind do some weird things on this one.
This is hanging out. Yes, really. It might drip in at the last second. No. Grass is too thick. Wouldn't crawl out of there. There you go. 35-footer there for Casey White to salvage par.
Steve Brinster, another USDGC champion on a tee of 14.
Exemptions for life.
Love that. I really
Me
do.
too. One of the best hyzer stand-up throwers the game has ever seen. Beautiful there, just a little bit below the target, 25-footer back up the hill for Brinster.
So you can drive the birdie bus there. I love how he putts. Robinson for par.
No, splashes out on the left side. Bogey there for Robinson.
That'll be his second of the day, sliding back to 4 through 11. Klein to get back to level on the day.
He's been fighting to get there all afternoon. And there it is. Kyle Klein levels the ship. Rocky start. Battling through the defending champ. Trying to lick the wounds here on opening round.
Robinson's bogey is in. That is a birdie for Mekala. Getting a 2. In the mix now is Vina.
Certainly. I feel like you're anywhere 3-4 under par this afternoon. You're still firmly a part of this conversation to take this championship down.
Par and an AB tee shot on 18. That should be in bounds. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing for the bowl.
I think you're right.
Flat spot right there in the middle of the fairway.
See if we can hold on to that 1-stroke lead. Maybe make it 2.
Potentially so.
Yeah, I like his chances after that drive.
Yeah.
Welcome into the booth. And Philo rocking one of these awesome USDG shirts.
New hot threads. They got all the awesome merch right there in Vendor Village, USDGC merchandise shop, or you can go on the DGU website and order there. All the awesome USDGC swag, discs, banner flags, coins, all the cool stuff. Got to be right here in Rock Hill or order online.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The shop is open.
Always open.
Hit it while you can. They sell out of all the good sizes.
They
of good
do,
stuff
man.
early,
All the cool
Yeah.
jerseys, the hats. They
Yep.
got some cool bucket hats this year. They got all kinds of cool swag down there. So make sure you get down to the merchandise shop. Check out Vendors Village. Great food, great atmosphere. Got some live music after the last putt drops. USDGC has really turned into something, man. Something special.
Mekala, tee of 12. Very high.
Okay. Extremely conservative play there from Vino.
Yeah, playing for par. Off to the start you need for par, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah. Klein. I was a little worried about that one in the air, and that's why.
I thought that was a bit high out the hand as well. Not wide enough for the height.
Klein will head to the drop zone where there's a decision to be made. Do you play it for bogey or par? Dickerson on the tee.
It's turning a little faster, so this is going to end up safe, I imagine. There you go. Chris Dickerson didn't hang it out there and didn't sail quite as long as Klein.
Robinson coming off the bogey on 11.
Looking pretty good. We'll check the speed. Ooh, that should be a green flag. Looks like he's in the short grass.
Yeah. You saw the drive for White on 14. Here's the par putt.
Haven't seen many successful sidearm plays here at the 14th this afternoon. Everybody's getting punished out there by the wind. But we've seen a lot of great putts this afternoon at the 14th. Casey White adds his name to the list.
Presnell and Barella also had some great makes from down there. Really impressive stuff.
That's a putt you're definitely going to practice a couple of times when you're out here doing your rounds. Get down there and get a feel for that uphill putt, because more than likely you'll find yourself down there one way or the other. It's like a vortex down there. The discs just seem to want to end up in that collection area down below.
Nice putt, Mr. White. Brister driving the bus to Birdie Town. No.
Oh, no.
There's work on that par putt. Hey, we got a Heimberg sighting on 13.
Okay, Calvin's hanging around.
This
3 under
is-
par on the afternoon.
It's for birdie, too.
There you go, Vinny. Getting some buckets.
In the mix. Calvin Heimberg 4 under on the day. Nice.
Still got some daylight out ahead of him, too. There's
Yeah.
definitely 3 or 4 birdie holes for sure. Potential for some bogeys always, but
Your leader, Barella, throwing 2 on 18.
such a huge shot right now for Anthony Barella. Nice, smooth swing. Does it have the width? Definitely had the speed. Oh, look at this, Ian.
Ooh, is it going to check up, though? I think so.
Green flag. Let's see if he's on the right level. He might be below the target one.
Makala, 12.
Yeah, playing for par, hanging it out there to the left. You see the wind still doing some things out there. Ooh, Vino.
Oh, my
Ooh, wow.
goodness. Saved by the roots.
That'll be a little awkward for Vino.
Yeah, true.
I don't think you anticipate having any obstructions on your third shot.
Perkins, what do you do here from the drop zone on 12? You like the layup play? You think you go for it? What do you think Klein should do once he gets there?
I really feel like it depends on the player. If you're comfortable at that 360 range, I say you send it. But if you have any doubts at all, you just got to play out left because this is one of the holes you can blow up.
Thank you, Perk. And Dickerson, fairway safe with his second. Thank you, Nate. There's Isaac lining up his second shot.
He's staring off to the left as well. He's up on top of the spine, which I think is a bit more conducive to go after the green. Yeah, you're still out there in the 400-foot range plus, but these guys can make that carry. Yep, that's nothing to do with it.
No.
Swinging the basic hyzer out there right into the bowl. Nice little collection area. I think Kyle Klein's going to go for it. I think how his round has been going. He's been taking some chances. He's not really got the best break.
Tia 14, Heimberg.
Heimberg playing the wide spiking hyzer, trying to get it to bounce just in front of the path and comes up a bit short. Dangerous putt for Heimberg coming up.
Third for Klein. He is attacking the green.
I like the width. I like the height. It's got a stick. Hits on the backside. Does it stay in? Those can roll. Green flag. Well thrown there from Klein. Opportunity to save a par.
Casey White, 15.
Lovely.
White is loving that tee shot. He is trying to chase down this man, Barella, for a 2-stroke lead and a birdie finish.
What an exceptional second shot, Ian.
Yeah, that was big time.
I thought perhaps he had trickled down the hill a bit farther and instead dropping. What a round by Anthony Barella.
Maybe we got a little gonna bookend year for AB. Get the first and the last, maybe. You know,
Maybe so. I mean, he's due for one.
he is due. That is for sure.
Definitely got off to a ripping start this season and then kind of hit the cooler a little bit right in the middle section, and seems like he's coming back to life right on time for championship time. Great position, great place to be after round one, top the leaderboard.
I think that's Chris Dickerson. Throwing his third.
Scary little approach. You see not where you want to go, and Dickerson overthrows it just by a little bit. Little 25-footer coming back up the grade. Shouldn't be an issue.
Makala throwing 3.
A little more awkward than you'd like this to be if you're Vino. Show off the touch here. A little bit shy. Looks like he dribbled into circle 1. See if he can earn this par with a solid putt.
Robinson in his 3rd. Jump putt approach, that should work for 4. Makala lining up a par putt. Looks like he snuck into circle 1 decently. Great putt from Mr. Makala.
That's a good one, man. A little downhill drop off right behind the target. Wind swirling around out there. That's a solid make for Vino. Great par save.
Dickerson also putting for par.
Up and in for Chris Dickerson.
Robinson walking to his par putt. And Klein after the OB tee shot. Great 3rd.
Looks like it'll be pars around here at the 12th for the gang.
Don't mind that.
Not at all. Looks like he's got some fire ants.
Oh, I got nailed by those yesterday. They are nasty, Philo.
They're vicious, man.
Oh my! I thought I like ran
Nasty
into
is an
stinging nettles,
understatement.
but I was just
Yeah.
getting bit, dude.
Those things will tear you up.
Not a fan.
Sneak up on you in a hurry.
Uh-huh. Heimberg leaves that one high.
It's a scary bid Calvin just took there.
True. 2nd for Casey White on 15. The drive, great.
A little short there for Casey White.
Yeah.
Little tester left in his.
And over
10th hole.
to Nate Hecker. Tee of 16, working his way towards the green.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bump and slide right on circle 1, right up on the bullseye. Nice swing there, Mr. Hecker.
Give him a little heck yeah for that one.
Heck yeah. Well, DJ Heck yeah is on the
Oh,
ground.
he is. I ran into him earlier today.
Make sure to catch a couple of his sets this week. Always fun. Sure he'll be DJing the distance finals on
Yeah,
Sunday
right,
across the Winthrop Lake.
I love that. There's that lake right there.
There's the stage, all set up and ready to go.
And there's AB with that 2-stroke lead in the clubhouse now.
I like that for Anthony Barilla, honestly. I think he plays better disc golf when he's in the lead than when he's the chasee. You know, he seems to be able to keep his things under control and find a nice pace and rhythm that way. See how he does tomorrow afternoon.
There is the card for AB. C1X.
Yeah, pretty solid numbers, man.
Yeah.
Greens in regulation, 83%. Giving yourself a lot of opportunities to score. I mean, finishing around 9 under par means you're getting a lot of blue. That's what you're going to need in this super competitive field.
And he does have your Innova hot round of the day. Mekala now on the tee of 13. And shouts to Grady Shoe. An 11 down on Monday qualifier?
I don't think
Come
I've ever
on.
heard of double digits for a qualifier ever. That's got to be a first.
Shouts to both shoes, actually, right, Philo?
No doubt. So cool, both of them taking down the Monday qualifiers, earning their spot here at the championship in the Throw Pink. Congratulations to both of them. Vino dropping the hammer on this one, asking it to come back and wow, Ian.
That was huge.
He could go mid-range from there.
Yeah, he took the aggressive line, though, and it paid off.
He certainly did. He dropped the hammer on that and got that up in the air, turned over, and let the wind push that thing back up at the top of the trees. That was an impressive swing.
Klein, he is lining up the hyzer play.
Yeah, you don't typically get the same distance out of the hyzer. It's just turning the whole time with the steepness out the gate. And ooh, big miss there for Kyle Klein off to the left.
Oof.
Best case scenario is a scramble par from there. Easy to make bogey when you make that mistake here at the 13th.
Dickerson lining up the Mekala line.
Another blind landing zone here for the fellas at the 13th. You know where it is, but you can't see it. It's all about putting those feels together. Is this going to drag over enough? Looks okay for Dickerson. I would have liked to have seen it hang a little more. On the edge, does it roll out? Does not. Wasn't quite as bad as Klein's. Klein's a bit shorter and seems to be more buried.
Robinson. Oh, looks like also the more aggressive line.
Ah, it's a great look from the drone.
Oh, it is.
There it is, working its way off the right side, fading back towards the middle. And into the short grass for Isaac Robinson along the left side. That's a great angle to attack from.
Casey White, birdie putt on 15. Awesome. Let's jump back to the tee of the same for Heimberg. Casey White is now, is he 6 under? Yeah, he is.
That would be for 6,
Yeah.
yes sir.
Yeah.
Heimberg threading the needle on the triple, but a little low, not going to make the turn. Extra work for Heimberg to get it up and down for birdie.
On 16, Hecker. Making short work of that short birdie putt after a fantastic drive.
That was a great one. Beautiful 6 to 12 line. Love to see that at the 16th.
We're flying above the
13.
fairway of 13. Perkins, what are they looking at here for our second shots? We saw a couple leak left.
Yeah, Kyle got a little fortunate. He kind of hit a pine and it kept him from going too deep. Chris is kind of buried in there. We might see him pitch out. But Vino's bomb, that big Annie, he got the nose perfect. If you get it up, it's going to stall and hyzer left. Too much, you're going to go across the sidewalk. So great shot from Vino. He might even go mid-range here.
Wow. Not a lot of fairway to work with once you're that far up, you know?
Yeah, but then the distance that you shave off the tee if you're Vino Makala, then you can disc down. You don't have to throw, fairway driver, or disc down and slow up the speed on the high-speed driver. You can do mid-range and keep it on a straighter line and just throw it 6 and 12 one more time. I think Vino's going to really lick his chops once he gets to his lie and see how routine of a shot he's got up there towards the target.
Basket tucked in the trees at the top middle of your frame, just a little left. Klein.
Wow.
Oh, he
what
did.
A break.
It looked buried off the catch cam, didn't it?
It certainly did. I thought we were going to see him marching into the woods and just poking something back out. He's got an opportunity to progress here and turn this into a pretty routine 4. go. Back on track.
Yeah.
Joey Tamale approves.
I did throw it a little inside, to be fair, but I didn't. And I didn't think it.
Joey Tamale, caddy, trying to keep Kyle Klein in a positive mindset.
Heimberg, second on 15 after finding the ground a little early off the tee, finds a tree early with his second.
Yep. A little bit too many wood chips, too many of those chips on the ground for Calvin.
I saw with James Proctor right there. He is sitting at 2 over on the day right now. Coming up back-to-back bogeys on 13 and 14.
Yeah, didn't get off to a great start for Mr. Proctor this afternoon. 2 6s in his first 5 holes. That's usually going to spell disaster.
Untla, kind of a slow day. 3 birdies, 1 bogey, sitting at 2. And Ryan Mon, the 17-year-old, even on the day. It's impressive.
That's very impressive.
And as Perkins warned us, Dickerson headed into the woods and nothing more than a pitch out with his second.
Maybe got 30 feet.
Maybe.
He's going to have to throw something special here to get this up and down. Scramble out of par. There's definitely a window there for him.
Casey White, tee of 16.
Oh, going for the hyzer flip, and he overthrew it, Ian. That's going to head out towards the hazard on the right side. That's very difficult to salvage your par from there.
Back to 13, Robinson. Oh.
A little late fade. This could be tucked up.
Long of the pin.
Almost, yeah, it is long.
No, he's long.
Pin high, right?
He's long and right.
Long and right.
Not a ton long, but maybe like 10, 20. All these disc golf dads look like they're our age now, Philo. Have you noticed that lately?
Yeah, man. Feeling older and older every time I show up around these guys.
Dickerson throwing 3 after pitching out.
I guess potentially we could be a few of these guys' dad.
Yeah. Yep.
If we had made those choices. Chris Dickerson shot away, looking to salvage par. That looks really nice, Ian. That's 5 meters at worst.
What a great
shot.
third.
That's some savvy stuff right there from Dickerson, taking his medicine and executing a high percentage quality shot to save a par. You're pretty parked, my friend.
Makala, what a drive. Now throwing 2. That looks like a mid-Philo. It's not a putter.
Makes sense. Want something with a little bit of integrity here. You don't want to go putter and allow the wind to get on top of this at all.
Oh, it's your favorite disc, I think.
Beauty. There you go. There you go, Vino. High quality disc golf shot there from Vino. It's going to earn himself a look at a birdie 3.
He's cooking. That'll be 4 of the last 5 if he grabs it.
There you go. Those early nerves have settled. Found a rhythm.
Heimberg on 15 has a long look at birdie and a crowded one, too.
Looks like he's got a little sliver there along the right side. Those holly bushes 6 feet off the ground. Ooh, great effort there from Calvin. Ran out of real estate.
Yeah. On 16, Casey White has a look at par. Off the band goes White. Well, pick up a bogey, though. Back to 13, Klein in his 3rd.
Okay. You joining Vino, similar spot for a putt. Getting word from Perkins, looking in the 40-foot category for both of those players, Vaino Makala and
Kyle Klein.
Kyle Klein, yes, sir. Correction, that was Isaac Robinson in the 40-foot category, and it seems that Vaino and Kyle are both in the 20-foot range.
Nice. Good update there.
Thank you very much for that, Perks.
Perk, what does Isaac have left on the hole here?
You don't see too many people go deep on the 13th here. It's open. It's about 40 feet, and right as he stepped up to it, it started blowing in his face a little bit. So let's see if he can release this flat. Yeah, he just got the nose up a little bit and didn't fully commit, and you rarely see Isaac airball on the left side. Yeah, Vaino's got straight tailwind here. He's going to have to straddle out right. He's been really deliberate all day. Yeah, just a little pitch to it, and it's right on the pole. It's a good birdie after a great drive.
Thank you, Perk. Makala, he's cooking.
He certainly is.
He's
Nice
now-
turnaround here on the back nine for Vaino. Slow start. Card and a birdie on the front nine. Actually, two birdies rather, but start to pick up the pace here. See if Kyle Klein can salvage his par after the air at drive. Up and in for Klein.
Robinson in his par putt. Keep him 5 off the lead of Barella. And Dickerson for his par. Barella leads the United States Disc Golf Championship. We'll be right back.
In a game of precision, when a miscalculation can mean the difference between winning or losing, you require instant, pinpoint accuracy. When you need confidence in your shot, turn to MVP's Parsec Laser Rangefinder.
Oh, backup hole. Y'all ready for this?
Girl, we're always ready. Yep. Sarah, have you tried this new True Athlete pre-workout? It's so good. Good food, good birdie.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Soup's up. What's even in there? It is birdies.
OTB is very specific on how they list the disc because they want you to like the disc.
Virtually in your hand tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
Not just marketing.
It's only the best.
Calvin Heimberg on the tee of 16. Looks like Calvin's going overstable approach. That's pretty beat in.
He nearly anticipated the reaction of that disc perfectly, starting that out on the left, dragging it back towards the center.
Just get some tee-pad clarification for Makala on the tee of 14.
Looking like he's aiming for the big spike hyzer up and around the Magnolia. Not a bad play.
It's got to be better than the forehand today. That has not been working.
Yeah, it definitely offers a bit more safety, and that looks a bit sawed off, Ian. That looks like it's going to hook real fast. Whoa!
It did.
Wow. Foot and mouth. Nice shot, Vino.
That was awesome. Spiking it and getting to stick on this green is impressive.
Maybe it's because of the wind, you know, it's like hanging the disc out there and it's, you know, killing it from the opposite direction and holding them up from the other. I expected a little bit more of a push.
No, that makes a ton of sense, right? Yeah.
It does,
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Yeah, yeah. Klein.
That's one of the better looking releases we've seen. It has an opportunity to stay, there you go, on the high side of the target.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good miss. Better than the misses we had been seeing, which are sending guys into the hazard. Adding pressure to that putt.
Dickerson. Chris 1 under on the day.
I think he's going mid-range down the middle. It's really smart play, very safe, very conservative. And it mitigates a big flaring skip down there on that sloping green. Disc is in the air for Dickerson. Looking good so far. There you go. That works. A little 6-7 meter look there for Chris Dickerson. Staring at the chasm beyond the basket.
And Robinson.
Also seems to be going mid-range.
A little higher, a little flatter.
It should fade. It's got to fade. Here it comes. Beauty from the world champion, Mr. Robinson, into the bullseye. Love it.
Calvin Heimberg has a long birdie look on 16. You saw the drive a few moments ago.
Calvin. Gotta get the people going.
In the conversation, Calvin Heimberg had some Milton-approved putt right there as he's on the bag for Calvin today. I saw he tried to qualify on Monday.
Ooh. Don't get much better than that.
17, Casey White. Big shot for his round. He's on the left side of that tee pad. Extreme left, Philo.
I saw that. I think he's just playing for that shot right there. That was a really nice execution right there from Casey White. Really toned down on the speed. And you see that flag is much calmer than we'd seen in the last 45 minutes or an hour.
Flying above 14's fairway. Your feature car makes their way into some putts. Quickly Klein first. Lining up a birdie. Doesn't want it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Ain't worth it. Not on day one. It's been a roller coaster already.
Yeah.
No need to add extra pressure to yourself.
Yeah, the course has taken some strokes. He doesn't need to hand him one.
He's earned a few of those himself, and the course has beat him up, a couple of times here and there. But this putt from Chris Dickerson, now you got to take a stab at, right on the circle's edge, a little downhill feel to it. Not much in the way of wind. Just a smidgen too much wanty, and online just wouldn't drop, expecting perhaps a bit of a drop with the tailwind, and just didn't get it.
Makala to move to 4.
He came on strong here on the back nine. See if he can knock this one in and go 5 under in his last 6 holes. Never a doubt.
Perfect putt.
Much better than how he started the day. Things were looking a bit shaky for Vino, getting him in on the left side. A little wobbly perhaps coming out. Nice tight spin for Vino now, later half of this
He's
round.
cleaned up the putt and the drive. The drive was a little loose.
He was pulling shots, you are correct.
Yeah. Robinson making short work of that birdie. Gets it in. Klein, that's a par. One more par coming from Dickerson. Jumping ahead to 18, Hecker for par.
Trying to finish off a 3 under performance here on the opening round. No, too close to miss. 20 feet away and chains off on the right, sends him down the hill. And
Did it
he's
get wet?
still marching. Nope,
Oh,
he's
okay.
out there 26 feet, maybe not. A couple steps closer. There you go. All right, now he's got the sun in his eye. Ouch.
Oh, man. That's something you don't think about until it happens to you.
The unforeseen.
Yeah. Now coming back for bogey.
And misses left. Right back where he started. And you can see the frustrations mounting for young Hecker. Is that Mr. Barsby playing along with him, getting ready to putt?
Yes, it is. 2 over for Barsby, and that's with a turkey finish, too.
Oh, way to bounce back at the end.
Yep. Casey White for birdie on 17.
Never got it in the air.
That was a little extra low, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll take a 3, though.
So crazy how the environment can change a player's action, you know? Most days you give that guy a 30-footer and he's going to put that thing dead on the tape, no problem.
Every time.
But you're at the championship, you got all the eyeballs in the world staring at you and a tiny little green to work with, and next thing you know, that gets a little chicken arm out there, you know?
In the clubhouse with Brian Earhart is your leader, Anthony Barella. Take it away, Brian.
All right, joining me now, Anthony Barella, 9 down out there in the wind at Winthrop. It's got to feel pretty good. How you feeling?
I feel great. I played really well today, threw a bunch of great shots, and just a couple misreads of the wind, but that happens out on days like this.
I was hearing from the players that the back nine had a stretch, I think it was 10 through 13, where it was a headwind pretty much the entire way.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about that stretch today?
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly the headwind helped me a little bit because it made me commit to my shots a little bit more and not fluff them, and that could really go wrong if you're not committing to your shots out here. And I was just throwing back-to-back great shots, and then I missed that putt on 11, but I wasn't really worried about that. And then birdie 12, that's like one of the scariest holes in the world, and then after that it was pretty smooth sailing.
Seems like when someone watches hole 12 on coverage, they don't quite understand why it's like what you said. Can you kind of explain for them?
Yeah, it's a completely blind shot. You can't see the island. The green's pretty sloped halfway to the right of the basket. And it's just with that crosswind we had today, you just couldn't tell. Like we saw Austin, he took him forward shots to make it, but luckily I threw it far enough to where I had like 310 feet in, so it was a pretty routine shot. But yeah, if you don't get a great drive and have good footing, that hole can really eat you up.
9 down, pretty solid opener today. Do you think 9 down every round is good enough to win this tournament?
I don't know. It just depends on the weather. I'm not really worried about that. Had a good stretch so far and just got to keep playing solid.
Solid round today. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian and Anthony, for that. Some nice tee shots here so far.
Yeah, everybody's doing what they got to do here. 6 to 12 swing, minimal movement. Flare skip at the end. Anywhere out there past that triple Mando, 70, 80 feet, should open up an opportunity to score. Pretty simple hole.
Dickerson.
Ooh, early release for Chris Dickerson. Hopefully that didn't go too far in there, and he's got a opportunity to progress and get beyond the triple Mando. We'll see in a second.
17, Heimberg.
Nice footwork there from Calvin Heimberg to set up the angles, and
Oh.
a rarely seen circle one opportunity here.
Nice.
Calvin Heimberg trying to get it to 6 under on the afternoon.
18, Casey White.
Spot on. It's right where you want to be.
Also in the clubhouse is tied for second, Gannon Burr, sitting at 7. Sitting on down to Mr. Earhart.
All right, joining us now, Gannon Burr. Gannon, you shot a 7, crazy conditions. Just talk about the day.
Yeah, get to hole 1, and it is probably 25 mile per hour head right to left, which is a terrible wind for that hole. And I almost dunked it to start my USDGC, and then had like a 50-footer in the wind and thought I made it right off the band. Got hole 2, which is a very tough hole for me. Not because of the shot shape, just because it's a tough hole in general. I seem to find OB a lot on that hole, and then, but a very weird round. I was just saying that holes kind of 10 through 12, 13, 14. It's about the worst wind you can have, where it's just headwind every shot, and it just makes the holes tough to get. And I went 500 through 4 holes in that stretch, going birdie, eagle, birdie, birdie on some of the toughest holes. So that was good. Had back-to-back bogeys on 13, 14. Honestly, the hole 14 didn't feel like I threw a bad shot at all. So we'll just have to kind of ignore that and throw a different, same shot tomorrow, and hopefully it doesn't get slammed by the wind. But it's going to happen to pretty much everyone today. It was just kind of swirling everywhere, and it would get very gusty at times, which here with all the out of bounds is so difficult.
When you're traversing a course in these conditions where the wind is swirling and blowing as strong as it was, is there ever conservative play that comes from you, or is it always aggression?
If I know for a fact it's dumb to go for something, I will lay it up. I have very good experience at this course. Obviously, I've won here before, and I think in practice I take it very, very seriously in terms of, knowing my distance as well, knowing, especially hole 12 is a good example of very tough par 4, long par 4, had a headwind today. Threw an inbounds tee shot about 50 feet short of the drop zone, so I know the drop zone's 350, 360, and so I was about 410, and it's a perfect distance for my FD3, so I just throw my FD3 hard, got the birdie there. So I think it's about knowing the course like that. If I feel uncomfortable, the conditions aren't what I want, I will play safe. I know how this course gets. Just even seeing players on my card kind of maybe make some decisions that I wouldn't make, and maybe it bit them. So I think I have a pretty good game plan dialed in here. Honestly, didn't play that well today, considering I had a lot of opportunities, had a lot of bogeys. I made a nice 75-footer for par on 16. That was pretty cool. And then got the birdie on 18, which was the craziest birdie I've ever had on that hole. I threw a terrible forehand up to the right, hit kind of like the OB line, and then rolled all the way back down to the water and was a couple feet safe. And I had like a sign in my run-up at the base of the hill, and then threw an FD3 to past the basket. Actually, it was one of the best shots I've ever thrown. And I got the birdie on 18. So good feeling going in tomorrow. I think it's probably going to guarantee me a chase card spot, possible lead card, depending on what happens. It's getting tough down the stretch. I think the wind's calming down a bit, but yeah, I'm feeling great.
Solid opener there today, Gannon. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you, Brian. I always appreciate getting in the mind of Gannon Burr. He is thinking about disc golf out there.
I think that's what it takes
ahead
to
of
be
his years.
one of the best in the world, man. Is you got to be all in on it and really let it consume you. And yeah,
he's living it.
He's in that space right now, man,
Yep.
and he's going to be someone to deal with for a long time. If he can stay healthy, that's always a big caveat in sports: is can you stay healthy?
Sure. Dickerson throwing his third. It was a nice forehand roller from the woods, and his second.
Basically picking up his mini before it even made the turn. Little drop in left for Chris Dickerson.
Cool guys don't watch park jobs, I guess.
No, you don't need to, and you know it's right.
Yep.
Kind of like the old Tiger Club twirl. When you see that, it's like, yeah, that's perfect.
Casey White throwing 2 on 18.
So impressed by the quality of shots we've been
Casey
seeing at
White.
the 18th.
Yeah, seriously, huh?
Shot after shot after shot. So many times years past, guys would choke up on this shot and come in early left, pick up an extra stroke.
Look at that. Look at that Vendor Village, Philo.
It is on and popping. Big shout out to all you down there on the grounds in Vendors Village, all the vendors selling food and discs and all the other swag, all the tournament staff down there helping out. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. Always makes this tournament special. Big family reunion every year, 26 years strong.
Yeah, huge shouts to the ground crew getting this course ready after the hurricane.
Big time. Klein again off the mark. You know he's heated.
He is. Yep. Understandable, man.
It's tough to come back
Yep.
as a defending and put together the same type of performance at the same level as the year past. You know, you just got to leave that in the past and start scratch. And you know, it's hard to do.
Robinson gets the birdie in. He's at 6. He is in
Quietly.
the conversation. Quietly, yeah.
He seems to do that a lot. How about this guy? Quietly getting to 5 under par. Vaino Makila, strong back 9. Couple more opportunities. These guys could be mixing up this lead card potentially if they can snag a couple more birdies.
Absolutely could. So could this man, Casey White. This will get him 6. A 1 off that lead card position. And there he goes. Great day from Casey White.
Well, there you go.
Fun fact, I was his first sponsor. Gave him a hat.
Nice. Got to start somewhere,
Got to
right?
start somewhere, right? Exactly.
Now look at him.
Calvin Heimberg, T of 18.
Little low, little left for Calvin. There it goes. Drags
Yeah.
back in towards the center, right into the sweet spot. You'll like that.
Ezra Aderhold, also on a tie for second, along with Gannon Burr in the clubhouse with Brian Earhart. All yours, Brian.
All right, joining me now, Ezra Aderhold, 7 down. Seems like one of the better rounds of the day. Crazy conditions. Talk about the day.
Yeah, I didn't know how tough it was going to play until I think I was on the putting green, and some guys talked about how people were shooting. So I was like, you know, Paul's are going to be kind of okay. I think I held Drew's was 7 down through 17 or something, so I figured that would be a pretty good round. And I started off my round pretty slow, but again, I kept telling myself that the Pauls were fine and just kind of avoid the OBs and the bogeys. And on this course, that's kind of key no matter the conditions, but today especially.
A lot of people describe this course as stressful, and a lot of people give a lot of respect to a lot of these holes.
Yeah.
Do you play this course aggressive all 18 holes? Do you show any restraint?
Not all 18. Most of the holes, 17. I think a lot of people, including myself, kind of just bail out to that right side and just avoid the OB at all costs, because that's one of the holes where you can take a big number. So on those holes, well, no, I mean like 11 or 12. 12 is another one where it's stroke and distance, and I played that one aggressive today. So I think the best thing you can do to, like, you know, play safe or whatever was just to throw good shots. So people who win tournaments, they're inbounds all the time, they feel like they played safe. It's like they really just threw the disc where they want to, and then they stayed away from the OB. So that's kind of the game plan. It's not necessarily playing people safe. I think in order to win a tournament like this, you have to birdie so many holes. So I have to play aggressive. Mm-hmm. The safety of my play, hopefully, just throwing it inbounds and throwing it how I want to.
Well, 7 down, solid opener there. Ezra, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian and Ezra. That was an interesting thought from Ezra right there.
I think he's on the right track, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, most guys that win, they're not doing anything special. They're just doing the things right that make them win tournaments,
Yeah.
you know, and that's how it is. You go out there and you execute at a high rate, give yourself a lot of opportunities, mitigate giving them back. You should be a part of the conversation. Unless it's somebody's just playing that much better, you know, and that's not every week. It doesn't always pan out that way.
Makala in the mix, TF 16. He could get on the lead card if he finishes with a turkey here. Actually, there'll be more than a turkey. That'd be 6 in a row if he can get
double turk
3 down the stretch.
It's out there for him. Again, it's just down to execution. Looks like he's going mid-range here. Down the middle, Heiser. Never left the 6 to 12. Should get a nice forward bounce. There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. Vaino in business at the 16th. Trying to keep the streak alive.
And he dialed in in the game on the course today in a big way. Really impressive.
Yeah, he made a big turn after he got to hole 9, dropped that one in there nice and tight, followed the rest of the crew for the star frame. Got that little hat trick, took a break for a hole, hat trick again, now looking for the ham bone. Isaac drifting to the right. I don't know if that hurt him much.
Yeah, probably about the same,
Potential to drag into the OB, or to the hazard rather. Green flag.
Klein.
This has always been one of my favorite shots out here at the Winthrop Arena. It really just makes you trust that flat swing, that straight swing, whatever you like to do it, however you like to shape it to fly flat and straight. You have to commit and trust it and just pay attention to what's happening around you, make the adjustments based on the wind, but it's still a 6 to 12 swing.
Dickerson.
Looks like Chris Dickerson found the right tool. Forward bounce into circle 1. Step or 2 off the bullseye. Well done.
18, Heimberg. 6 under on the day, trying to make it 7.
He's all set up, Ian.
That was a great drive.
1 tree to beat. And it's all about the speed from there. He's got plenty of angle to work with. Get it up on the hill. There you go.
Melton likes it.
Trying to curl back. Didn't quite see it. Should be circle 1.
They're giving him 25-footer for the birdie putt coming up.
There you go.
Yeah. Check out Philosophy Philosophy for closing, brought to you by BlackInkDisc.com, the premium disc golf store.
Thank you so much, Ian. Green flags coming down the stretch. That's the biggest thing you want to worry about. Don't watch those discs go into the hazard or OB. Adding strokes at the end of this tournament round will kill you, send you backwards. Don't quit on yourself, because those late birdies on the other side of that pay off in a massive way. You'll find yourself screaming up the leaderboard. You come in with a hat trick.
Long birdie bid for Robinson. Ooh. Tries up short. Should work for par. Had the shape though, huh?
It did.
Just, I lacked a little power. Klein, circle 2, putting for birdie.
There you go, Kyle. Got a stepper to stick in the chains that time.
He's under par for the first time today. Made it happen.
16 holes later, huh?
Yep.
Sometimes it's like that. Just got to keep on battling.
Makala to get to 6 on the day. It's a share of 5th. Finals playing great, man.
That's one of the best 9-hole turnarounds I've seen on camera on an opening day. You know, guy start off super shaky and then just really turn the page and completely different player the second 9 holes.
Dickerson gets the birdie. Robinson grabs the par. And on to the longest walk in disc golf, to a very scary short hole.
Yes, sir. Great walk. Great walk. Good time to kind of reflect on where your day has been, whether it's been good or bad. And usually there's tons of patrons lining up this walk. You get to make eye contact with them and thank them for being there and get some positive vibes heading up to 17. That should be what you're doing on that walk. Thanking those folks for coming out and supporting you and doing what you do.
Headed over to our VIP area this year, Philo, at the Shack. What a spot.
So cool. Every year, man, the level continues to rise.
They do it.
In Rock Hill.
They are never satisfied.
I thought last year was pretty awesome for our 25th anniversary and all the awesome things they did. And this year, things are just even more well, oiled and just dialed in, man. Like the whole vendor village, how they got the whole food thing set up in a big tent there with a bunch of tables for people to hang out and eat. And it's not like last year the tent was way at the far end of the thing and the food was all over there. Now things are organized and streamlined, and seems like the parking situation's all dialed in. Everybody's just having a good time, man. The experience for our viewers is definitely up a notch.
Heimberg to close with a birdie. This would likely put him on the lead card as well.
Oh, not that again. Sit down.
Okay.
Oh, he's giving me flashbacks. A hole 17 a couple years ago.
Yeah, he would go on to make par there. Have we played the video earlier of like all the work they did on this course yet? Have we played that one yet?
I think they showed a little quick snip of it earlier.
Yeah.
Showing all the cleanup. What was it? 900 and how many millions of gallons?
Some crazy numbers.
9.5 million gallons of water they pulled out of here.
I think they got it for us again here. Just
there you go.
All the work they did out here.
There it is.
Look at that lake, man. 9.5 million gallons.
That's insane. 150,000 pounds of mulch spread throughout the course.
And that's not cheap either.
No, and that's time consuming, man. 1 yard at a time in one of those things, maybe a couple yards. All the hay bales you're seeing out there around the course, that takes time to get those in place.
Yeah.
And then 20 dump trucks of debris removed from around the track.
There's a decent amount of down limbs and trees from the hurricane too.
Of course.
Not just the water. Wow.
Thank you guys so much for all the hard work and dedication. And
if you want to donate to the Hurricane Course Relief Fund, you can point your phone at that QR code right now.
I actually flew over Asheville on the way here into Charlotte, and just looking down, you know, and seeing all the devastation in Asheville is just like heartbreaking, man. Such a beautiful place. I've been there so many different times throughout the years, and that community is so hard hit, and to see so much, you know, destruction, you know, just debris, and just, it's like, man, it's going to take a while for them to come back. So all of your support out there, guys, really does make a big difference.
Yep.
These people really could use some love.
I was a little sketched out.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It seems
a little weird. It doesn't seem like it's wild. You know, like it doesn't seem real.
Yeah. And another thing is like his big draw is he wants all these college students in that area to come bet on us.
Oh, see,
when
that's
I was a college kid, I didn't have the money to bet on crap.
And that kind of stuff could like really.
I think I know what they're talking about, but I can't say anything. Sorry.
Careful.
Yeah.
Couple twos, couple threes.
Makala, T of 17, big shot for his round.
You said it, Ian. This shot, massive implications to where this tournament could go for him, you know? You want to keep momentum on your side. He has earned said momentum in a big way here in the last 9 holes. This looks like it's going to be dragging off to the right. Does it have the distance? There you go, into circle 2. He'll take a par here.
Love that right now. Keep it going. You know, don't give one back.
Yeah, par is still momentum at 17.
Truth.
That's very rare you're going to hear those words spoken from us here in the booth. And you're taking a par on a hole is actually gaining strokes on folks. What is it at, like 3.5 or something right now?
Go check right now. Yeah. Yep. Klein.
Ooh, Kyle Klein taking advantage of the softening winds. My boy Ken Rollins down there on the green every year at the 17th.
Yeah.
He's been there for a bunch of them.
Awesome.
Great Innova ambassador.
Dickerson.
This might stall in there in circle 1, Ian. Just dribbles outside. Good effort there. Actually, that's circle 2.
Just like a step, right?
That's the B position, circle 1. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Robinson. Second sidearm of the round. Best of the bunch.
Not bad at all.
12 that for a birdie and to get to 7. And as they make their way down the fairway, we're going to head over to the clubhouse for Calvin Heimberg. All yours, Mr. Earhart.
All right, joining us now, Calvin Heimberg. You shot a 6 down out there in the wind. Talk about the conditions out there.
Yeah, it was definitely a little breezier today than it had been in practice. And I mean, so it makes the holes play a little different. Luckily, I've played here quite a few times, so I've seen a lot of these holes in different winds. So it wasn't, too tough to adapt. I'd seen most of it at some point in the past, but yeah, definitely not necessarily the shots I practiced. So feel pretty good getting out of there with a 6 down. Can't say I started super well, but I definitely played better there on the back nine.
Players were saying that 10 through 13 was playing just stiff headwind pretty much the entire time. Can you talk about playing those holes, and does it change your strategy when the wind picks up like that?
I don't honestly think on those holes it really does change my strategy. 10, I think I'm laying up every round this year. Maybe not in the final round if I need to try to get a stroke or something. I'm trying to go for the same landing zone, and landing zones are still the same.
Strategy-wise, do you need to change anything tomorrow's round to go deeper than 6?
No, I don't think so. There were some shots that I just didn't execute. But I think as far as strategy goes, I feel pretty good about the way I attack the course.
Well, solid start, Calvin. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian and Calvin, for that. Dickerson gave it a stab.
Certainly did.
Thankfully, it's inbound still. Klein for birdie.
Not the Kyle Klein he was hoping would show up today, Ian.
Was that a layup?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But either way, you can tell it's not what he was looking for. It
Yeah.
didn't really seem like he was connected on that one, and he'll scrape up a par and move on.
Robinson.
Yeah, this could be a big birdie. Cash money. I thought that was coming out again for a second.
Oh, man. Grabs a share of second with Gibson, Burr, and Aderhold.
What a round from Isaac today. Quietly. He didn't do anything loud at all today. Maybe that one roller on hole 3. I mean, other than that, it's just been, that was a pretty awesome roller.
It was a pretty awesome roller. Yeah, we got a message from Rock about that one. He said it's one of the best ones he's ever seen, and he used to be there every year, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
He'd been there every year. But prior to me showing up, and I don't know, he probably was here a decade after I got around here, so maybe more. Yeah. He's seen a lot of them.
Isaac always makes it look kind of easy, kind of
blasé. Yeah, he's not a flashy guy out there on the golf course. He just goes out there and handles business, and I love that about him. I love that he acts quickly, and he's very, very decisive on what he wants to do pretty much all the time. Doesn't really over deliberate on anything. Just kind of see line, throw line, and allows his instincts to guide him. I think that's a great place to be as a golfer. So easy to get too caught up between the ears, and then you just overthink things and you start beating yourself. Very fine line, man. Extremely fine line.
Perkins, we've got one hole left to go in this round one. What was like the opening round for you on the ground?
It's a great day out here on the ground, Ian, and I'm still kind of marveling at how calm these players had it on this whole back nine and how much all of them kind of turned it around. It really felt like we were stuck in the mud there in the beginning.
Thank you, Nate Robinson. Is he going to bend this one enough? I don't think so.
That stable edge is catching up. Ooh, that was a fortunate tree tickle right there. That was cooked. You got away with one, Ian.
He's flashing those rings.
Well, major champ love right there.
You need both the World Championship rings on that one. Smakala.
Beautiful drive. It's really hard to drop a disc on that spot, Ian.
Yeah.
On top of the crown.
Yeah.
That's a tough spot to get. Most guys are aiming 30 feet short of that, and that's ideal. Kyle Klein looking to join the crew right up there. And that's lovely as well.
Yeah. Makala with a birdie would make your lead card tomorrow.
There you go.
Going from feature card to lead card would be pretty cool. Dickerson.
That's a little short, a little low. Does he get a forward bounce? Yeah, that's technically out of position, Ian. But I know he can make up for it. One of the great shot shapers in the game.
Yes, he can. Let's check out our day one storylines at the championship. Oh, wow.
Under my umbrella. That's funny. Nice work, guys. Anthony Barella leads after the first round. He's been sitting on top of that leaderboard for, what, a good couple hours now?
Yeah.
Who, Gibson?
Drew Gibson.
Gets in on Monday qualifier and
matches that score today.
Excellent work from Drew Gibson this afternoon. Tied for second heading into tomorrow's round. And Iceman cometh. Gannon Burr takes 3 bogeys en route to a -7. Also tied with Drew Gibson.
Disc golf's in a nice age, Philo.
It certainly is, man. It's so much fun to watch these guys do their thing.
I love this tournament. I love this course so much, Philo. You know?
I do know.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite stops all time every year. Look forward to visiting Rock Hill, South Carolina and soaking up the vibes of the United States Disc Golf Championship. All the wonderful people that make this tournament go, all the competitors that earn their way to be here. That's what it's all about, man. We get to share in that camaraderie and really embrace the atmosphere and the environment that we're all a part of. And what a great tradition. We're so fortunate to be a part of it, man.
Chris Dickerson lining up his second on 18.
Extra shot shaping here for Chris Dickerson. Awkward stance once he plants. There you go. Rip that thing over. If it unravels too fast, it's a red flag. Oh, look at that, Ian. One of the best shot shapers, showing you why. Exceptional control there from Chris Dickerson.
Allow that to get to 3. That's in the mix.
Anything could happen.
He's going to do some special stuff these
He's
last 3
gonna
days.
need to really light it up the next couple of rounds, being 6 behind right now. Unless those guys, it's just so rare that everybody falls off that pace. Maybe one guy, maybe the leader, maybe the guy in second place, but for everybody to just fall off, don't see it happening. He's going to have to turn it up a notch.
He is. Robinson fortunate to be in bounds, throwing his second.
You said it, Ian. That was one of the biggest breaks we've seen on the afternoon, and it looks like he's going to take advantage. Curls it up inside circle 1. Almost automatic range there for Isaac Robinson. May as well count that.
He's going to have that for solo second.
Incredible. What a way to fight, man. He just got him where he got him, man.
Yeah.
He didn't go out there and try to manhandle the course. He just took the opportunities that came his way.
Klein.
Looking for a soft bounce. There you go, Kyle Klein. That's what you were doing last year. See if he can carry that momentum into Friday's round.
I should get Klein to 2 under.
From where he started?
Yeah.
That is amazing. So many people have struggled to right the ship after starting, over par, 9, 8 holes in. He was 3 over.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
Makala. Look at this drive.
I told you.
It's crazy
I told
far.
you, man.
Oh my gosh.
I told you that was exceptional. That was unreal. No. Picked on. That helped him a little bit. Dangerous putt there for Vino. 35-footer staring at nothing.
Ugh. That's either lead card or third card if you putt that.
We'll see how bad he wants it.
Yeah. Perk, you get a look at that Makala lie. You have an inkling for what he might do?
Yeah, if he's feeling it, he'll run it. It's right there, 42 feet, and I'm not sure if he's checking scores or not to see if, he really wants to be on the lead card. Actually, I'm looking at him. He's looking at his phone right now, so he's fully aware of what this putt means, and with the way that he's putt on this back 9, I think he's going to jam it.
I'd love to see it. Thank you, Perk, and thanks for a great day out there, man.
Yeah, it gives you a nice look at the backside of this green there, how fast and how steep that slope is, how easy it is to catch an edge and roll down into the pond, or into the lake rather. Vino really came to life here after the back nines got started. Actually, hole 9 is really when things turned around for him. Big putt here if he wants to get on that lead card. And he doesn't.
I like that play, honestly. Like,
It's too early.
you don't want to finish on a bad note either.
You never want to finish on a bad note. That's one of the worst feelings ever. Final hole bogey after you played your butt off to, get back in contention. He made the right decision.
Dickerson to get within 6 of the lead.
A little bit of a wounded duck, but it finds its way home. Dickerson, solid birdie to finish his day. That's a great view from the drone.
Robinson for solo second and 1 off the lead. Isaac's not missing that one. Awesome. Awesome finish.
So impressed, man. He just bumped Aderhold off the lead card. World champion doing world champion things. Oh, we're going to have a day tomorrow, huh?
Can't wait.
Barella, Robinson, Gibson, Burr on your feature card, lead card tomorrow. Wow.
Yeah, could see some
Get
fireworks.
ready.
Yeah.
As always, the cream tends to rise to the top. Got our final boss from seasons past, Calvin Heimberg, carded up with Ezra Aderhold, Vino, and Casey.
Oh, nice. And welcome into the booth for the final time. Give me your biggest takeaway on the day, Photo.
Wow, man, it's hard to just have one, but I'm just going to say the field is doing what they're supposed to do out here. Super stoked from Gannon Burrs. He had that, comment out there in Vermont. Now he's starting to live up to it in firm position. But the story of the day is the leader, Anthony Barella. Very stoked for him to turn his season around here at the back end. Let's see if he can ride this thing home. He's in the leader, on the lead. Let's see if he can hold it down.
Yeah, that's kind of been his problem in years past, but
it's hard,
he's
man.
righted the ship
He's
this year.
doing it, man. He's done so much better. So proud of him.
Yeah, it's been awesome. One more quick break on the other side. Some more highlights, interviews. We'll see you there.